The Rewatchables is brought to you by the Ringer Podcast Network. That's Joanna Robinson. You can find her on House of R, the Ringer Podcast Network.
True.
There's a lot of R stuff happening these days.
You mean
Thrones?
Thrones is back.
Dragon something?
Not just playing in your sauna anymore, also now on HBO.
Are we in the 1200s? What century are we in?
That's a great question. It's a great question.
Kyle Brandt.
Hey, bud.
I don't know how many rewatchables for you now. Are we over 20?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Only the second we've ever done in person.
Yes.
The first we've ever done in a 3-person group.
Absolutely.
Are there jackets if you go over 20? Like
3 timers?
Yeah.
The 20 timers,
The
yes.
20 timers club?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
We should mention your shirt. Do you want to talk about the shirt really quick?
This is our friends at Kuroko who make our favorite movies. I think how many rewatchables I've done, Bill, like 80% of them are made by these people, including a little film called Over the Top.
Yeah.
It's an arm wrestling movie based on truck drivers, and we did it on the show.
Right.
And so I have the shirt, and I brought a housewarming gift for Bill. I've never been here before, but I brought you a Kuroko shirt
Yeah,
as well.
we became fascinated by this production company, which seemed like a
Oh, yeah,
combination money laundering.
It's very
The Middle
shady.
East is involved.
It's the best.
And they went under. There was a documentary about them. And
Yeah.
they really were spirit animals.
Why aren't you wearing the shirt so you guys
Well,
can be
because he's
twins?
wearing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Twinsies.
And you know what? They make really good movies. I don't know about the business. They make damn good movies, though.
Well, we wanted to do something really good, especially with Netflix coming up.
Yeah.
You and I have been circling this one for years.
Years.
I asked Joanna for
Yeah.
a list. It's like, you're going to be in town more. Give me your top 10.
Did I put this on my top 10
You
list?
put it on the list.
Yeah.
That sounds not true.
You did.
Okay.
It's on there.
Okay.
And then now we're all together. Just One of the Guys is next. Just One of the Guys, 1985.
The rewatchable everyone's been clamoring for, right?
It was on HBO, I think, for 10 straight years after it came out. It's an unbelievable movie. It has become a beloved movie in my family. For some reason, my kids love this movie. There's like 5, 6 80s movies they absolutely love. This is one of them.
What else is on the list?
Breakfast Club, Secret Admirer,
Sure.
The Karate Kid.
Sure.
Can't Buy Me Love is probably number one.
We walked into your house today. I just expected Limitless to be on. I was kind of disappointed it wasn't.
Might have watched some of it yesterday to get ready for the pod. This is a movie that probably would not be made in 2026, or if it was made, it would be a little different.
A little different.
Yeah.
Why do we love this movie, Kyle Brandt?
Well, it's tough to stick the landing on a journalism movie based almost entirely on tits. Very, very difficult to do. You just don't see them much. And as a fan of the show, Bill, I'm a huge Rewatchables nerd. There's always a lot of talk about The Hang. What is The Hang like? And as an adult watching this movie, The Hang is so fun because there's almost no adults.
Yeah.
There's very few teachers. It's just young, pretty, funny people running around, and all of them are just trying to get laid. There's such a sexual energy here. And the origin story for a lot of us for this movie goes back to a very special place, about 2 seconds of this movie. It's about 100 minutes long. There's 2 seconds that really, really resonate for me. And that's why it keeps me coming back.
And it was a shocking, shocking moment
Of
the
all
first time you saw it. Because it's a PG movie. It was a high school movie. They never did
PG-13.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's so many reasons
That's
I love
not
it.
true. I mean, there's surprise tits all the time in 80s comedies.
Not like
You're
this.
just watching something and all of a sudden there's boobs.
Yeah, so, all right, let's talk this
Let's
out.
go right to the main event.
Well,
It's
'cause, like,
fine.
Brett-
What are we doing here?
We have the award, Jamie Lee Curtis, Trading Places.
yeah.
Whoa!
Trading exactly. What's this doing here?
No, but I'm talking like Breakfast Club,
Sure.
16 Candles.
John Hughes didn't do it.
The John Hughes, those ones didn't really do it. I
Mhm.
guess when you moved into The Secret Admirer, they tried to do it. Can't Buy Me Love didn't do it. So it'd be like 50-50. In this one, it just seemed like it's actually a plot device and leads to one of the funniest.
Maybe.
Well, maybe. We'll talk about some of the research with that. Leads to one of the funniest lines I think anyone said in one of these movies that was unintentionally funny.
Yeah.
It's just a movie that would not exist now.
So we were talking about HBO before we started recording. We didn't have HBO. So I didn't watch this on HBO and I didn't watch this on VHS. I watched it on Comedy Central, which means my cut had no tits in it.
Oh,
So
what?
I didn't know until
So it's like a quick cut just to his reaction.
his reaction shot.
That's like Top Gun, but there's no planes. Like, what? That's
So
for us, that was what we tune in for.
Until we started researching this, I didn't know that this was like with Fast Times as like an all-timer freeze frame 80s movie. I didn't know that. Love to know.
I separated my 80s movies I love into 5 different groups. I'm just glad you're here
like
for
these
this
groups.
because I know.
I got some groups. Go ahead.
Here's the great group. Breakfast Club, Fast Times, Risky Business. Like movies that kind of transcended where we were in the 80s.
Okay.
The huge group, 16 Candles, Ferris Bueller, Karate Kid. Just big ass movies.
Seminal, yes.
Yeah.
That still have legs to this day. The sports, Vision Quest, All the Right Moves, Lucas, where there's like some sort of sports angle. The horny, crazy movies, Class, Weird Science, Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Movies that are just like, there's probably cocaine involved when the script got approved. Teen Wolf is a movie that I don't know how it got made.
Same here. I put Revenge of the Nerds in there too, even though it's technically a college movie.
Smart.
Is that coming?
No, my last category is perfect.
Perfect? Okay,
and
I like
it's
this.
Secret Admirer, Can't Buy Me Love, and Just One of the Guys, where it's just like, these are movies that just belong to the 80s.
Yes.
And that's it. I don't think they make sense even 3 years later, 3 years earlier. They have like a spirit to them that I like.
Mm-hmm.
They don't take themselves too seriously. You know they're going to end up with the people you want to end up with in the end. And they're just going to be ridiculous the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those were the 3 out of everything. Maybe Weird Science maybe gets thrown in there too. I don't know.
That's in the horny category.
When we get to like picking nits and unanswerable questions, they're endless for this movie. The premise is unbelievable. It doesn't matter. We're having a great time. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Well, Joyce Hyser, there's this whole dialogue that came out of this movie that I wasn't aware of how important it was to like trans people, to the gay community, that I just, in the 80s, it was like, I love the little brother. I think he's the funniest. He's like basically Bill Murray.
Amazing.
But then when they talk about it, like the director, Lisa Gottlieb, said, you don't appreciate how much this film means to many generations of young people, male and female. For women, it was about bonding with their mothers or older sisters. For gay women and transgender women, it was about seeing a performance of female maleness that I had no idea existed. But then it turns out we're the savior of this, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see any of this stuff happen out of this movie?
I've like, in doing research for this, I've heard that that's the case, but I think more overwhelmingly, it's guys being like, I rented this from the video stores for those 2 seconds that I could watch.
That's kind of how
I feel.
that was my takeaway too.
Those things,
maybe it could be everything at once.
I respect so much what you said. I wish that I had been part of that. But
yeah,
I was 9, and at the end, just bam! I can't tell you it's. I didn't even blink when Bruce Willis is a ghost compared to my feeling here. Not Kaiser Soze, a 0. Terry ripping it off for Rick. I was like, what the hell just...
I know, and for Rick...
Honestly, it's even bigger than you think. And I thought about this before this pod. And I'm sorry I'm being so pervy, Joe, but I honestly think that it might have been the first naked breasts I ever saw in my life. Because I was like 8 years old. I don't think I had seen a Playboy at 8. And we didn't have the HBO in my mom's house before my parents got divorced. I wasn't like, when it happened, I wasn't like, yeah. I was like, whoa. It was like I saw an alien. Yeah. And so it's like, that just set me off on a path. It wasn't just like a gratuitously horny moment. It was like a real turning point for me as a kid. It was so shocking that happened. I'd never seen that before.
I mean, that's just like, those movies exist for all of us. Right. And I think that like, that's not an unreasonable way to think about a movie. And I think that this movie in particular, what's so interesting, the fact that there's like a female director in this movie. Yep. I was thinking about this, that like Lisa Gottlieb directed this movie. Amy Heckerling directed Fast Times. So like the 2 freeze frame movies of the 80s were directed by women, which I think is really interesting. But I love that Terry, when she's in the locker room, is like sneaking peeks at like all the dicks that are walking past her.
Yeah.
You know
what
I mean?
She likes some of them and she doesn't like others.
Yeah, you get 2 towels.
Yes.
I'm looking at nothing, you know?
2-towel guy.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is based on William Shakespeare. There's a level of sophistication that is more than just boobs.
Really,
you know what
Bill,
I mean? There's something going on here.
It's 12th Night.
Well, then there's some workplace stuff that makes sense in 85, and I'm not sure, like basically, no, you can't win this contest. You're a woman. But in 1985, it was actually like, oh yeah, that would happen. And now you watch and you're like, oh,
I know.
First of all, the teacher would get fired.
Oh, that teacher.
The contest, somebody would protest. Like,
I mean, that first teacher who's like, did you see her legs and her tits? You should keep her back. That should be her first expose at the Sun.
That guy was suggesting they fail her.
Yeah,
just to keep her. Yeah. And then even the nice teacher's like, you really shouldn't be saying that here. Like, say that afterward.
Yeah. Want to get some coffee?
Careful where you say that, sir.
Oh, what a moment.
And I mean, one of the cool things, first of all, I think Joyce Hyser is great in this movie.
She's phenomenal.
It's one of those performances where you're like, I don't know why there weren't like 5 of these for her.
Yeah. Well,
what was missing? There's some interesting research about her.
Some research on that. But I think this is one of the only like woman dresses as man movies or TV shows that is like, I actually think she's convincing. As
I
Terry,
agree. They say they really want, because Karate Kid they were filming, I don't know if it was out yet, and they really wanted her to look like Ralph Macchio.
That's so cool.
She looks like Ralph Macchio.
I wrote, looks like Ralph Macchio in my notes before we got to the Karate Kid line that's in this movie, and before I saw that they like used him as the model for her.
I think she's genuinely good in this movie.
I think she's great.
Like, I don't really understand.
You don't agree? Do you not agree?
I have some thoughts on some other people who could have played the role.
There's
a part really early on where she's arguing with the teacher. It's a rough scene. There's a part where I think she forgets her line and she stumbles and they just kept it in. It's not great.
I actually think I agree that it only gets really good once she like starts doing the I'm dressed as a guy.
Yeah. We're talking about, again, this is Shakespeare. This is the character Viola. Yes. It's been played by Judi Dench and Anne Hathaway, and like Eddie Redmayne and Joyce Hyser. And she's doing her damn best, okay? To put it this way, she has a lot to offer that maybe they don't, or maybe they do, but I think she's doing her best. She's doing her best. We'll put it that way.
Kyle saying this is Viola is like the highlight of my week. This is really good.
I'm an English major.
I'm an English major too.
I don't get to throw it on the table much. I think she's all right.
All right, we're split on Joyce Hyser, but we're not split on Billy Jacoby, who's one of the great comedic geniuses of the 80s.
Let's go. What's so weird is I was like, okay, this guy's been in a million things. He's like a face of the 80s to me. And then I went and looked it up and I was like, wait, no, he's in this and Parker Lewis Can't Lose, which I also watched. But it was just based off of me rewatching this movie that I thought of him as like, he was in a million of these movies, but he wasn't. He's so good in this.
He's fantastic. I would say maybe 10 or 12 Rewatchables episodes ago, probably 2 or 3 years in real time, we got on a sidetrack about this, Bill, and you were like, I think he is the funniest person of the 80s. And I was like, crazy Bill being funny. I'm like, funnier than Eddie Murphy and Bill Murray? You're like, yes. And then I rewatch it now, I'm like, holy shit, he is so fucking good.
He's so good.
Every word, every scene, the character. We are introduced to this character the first time you see him on screen. This kid is at breakfast having pizza, a Coke, and a sideways Playboy, getting in some smut before he even goes to school. Like, nobody looked at Playboy at breakfast. He did. And I'm like, this guy's a legend.
Can I talk about that? Okay, first of all, the Playboy budget on this movie is incredible.
They're everywhere.
Oh, yeah, definitely a sponsor.
But also, I didn't know this, that Coca-Cola owned Columbia Pictures at the time when they made this movie.
Okay.
So that's why all the beer cans just say beer on them.
Oh, interesting.
But like there's Coca-Cola cans
everywhere. Thank God you're here, Joe.
Interesting.
Well, you bring the Shakespeare and I'll bring the product placement.
Thank you.
You know?
I like it.
Me and my college roommate Jacko, we used to watch this movie because it was on Comedy Central all the time. We'd always get mad that the edit. We were always like, we just couldn't believe this guy wasn't a bigger star. And my son, who loves this movie, and we watched it Tuesday night, and afterwards he's like, Dad, why wasn't that guy in more movies? Like, he wasn't
he said it unprompted.
He wasn't asking, asking ironically. He was like genuinely confused.
I agree.
Why he wasn't in. Because like from the moment he comes in, he's throwing 105 miles an hour. Even like when he doesn't have lines.
I know.
Like there's one, like her friend that's sitting on her bed and he sits next to her and then he just like tries to make a pass at her and she hits her hand. But he's just like in heat. Almost like it's almost like watching a dog at a park trying to hump legs.
15, I think, when he made this movie. I mean,
his first line, they're in the cafeteria. He comes in, he sits down, and he just goes, "You are so hot," like right in her ear. And then he keeps trying this move where he blows in her ear. He totally like read about it in like Penthouse forums or something crazy. He's every single second, and it's not like. I'll tell you this now. I struggled with the Dion Waiters because he's definitely not
he gets
25 shots.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of scenes, and he's awesome in every one of them. I have my favorite scene of his, but I love them all.
The director said, she was talking about casting. Everybody was nuts about Joyce, nuts about Clayton. And then I cast Billy. He walked into my office, read, and I said, forget about it. I have 14-year-old Bill Murray in my office. We're casting him.
That's a quote.
I really agree.
He kind of is 14-year-old Bill Murray.
Did you watch the 30th anniversary Q&A panel that they did? They did like a
was
screening.
He there?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
And he's just like that on the panel, like now, like 30 years after this movie.
So maybe he just couldn't shut it off.
I'm saying, do you have a project for him?
Oh, wow. Is he working? Is he out there? I don't know.
I'm going to go through his career here.
Okay.
He changed his name to Billy Jayne.
Yeah.
Age 17, which I think was his real name. He's now William Jayne. He did a lot of TV movie stuff. Recurring role apparently in Silver Spoon season 4 and 5. Wasn't watching at that point. Parker Lewis Can't Lose was his other big one.
Yeah.
Stopped acting in 2010. Appeared in MILF Manor, a reality show on TLC
MILF
in
Manor?
2023.
23? That's just 20 minutes ago.
That's tough.
That was the last time.
MILF Manor being the last credit on your list.
It's a reality series.
Yeah, it's tough.
I got to ask Craig, even though Craig, don't step on how you felt about this movie.
Yeah.
Do you think Billy Jacoby was 15-year-old Bill Murray?
Respectfully, I don't think he quite got to Bill Murray level. I would say he's trying. 100 miles an hour is correct. He's putting his whole energy into this role.
Craig hated this movie.
I don't like when Craig starts sentences with respectfully. Then we're gonna have a long day.
He can talk about Joyce and say she's all right, and that's fine.
I know. I'm trying to respect Joyce because I like her work, but
I bet
I spent a lot of time.
Scumbag. Hey, suck your own. Eat me. Hey, same to you, butt face. Mom says hi.
Mom says
perfect.
hi.
You can't. He's just ripping them off.
Linda,
left and
wait.
right.
I vacuumed for God's sake, Linda.
Oh, that one's good. Would it make any difference that I was hung like a bear? It's fantastic.
He's ripping them off. It's just,
dude. When
it's a heater.
The scene where he explains how to scratch your balls, is so funny and so accurate because he basically says sometimes there's a level 1 scratch, and he's like, get in there, move it around. That's what we do. That is so accurate. Sometimes you got to get some air in there, and it's I just love how committed he is to that scene.
Yeah.
And when you watch that scene, it's kind of meta. You want to do it. It's you're sitting there watching, he's so exactly spot on with it. I love that part.
Not to compare him to Chevy Chase and Fletch, but I'm going to compare him to Chevy Chase and Fletch, where Chevy Chase, the whole movie is just I'm going for this, guys.
Hold me back if you have to.
I'm never breaking, but I'm just going to go for it every scene. And if I go too far, just kind of yank me back. And then we have young Billy Jacoby here just going for it. And never even coming close in any capacity to this ever again, which I just don't understand.
He talked about being on the set. He was 15, and his only chaperone on the set was his sister, who everyone said partied harder than he did.
This
so,
dark.
There might be some party. Yeah, that's possible.
I was gonna do for my flex the Sasha. I was gonna do Billy Hyser or Billy Jacoby for my flex. So maybe I'll just save it.
Well, it was just what went wrong with this kid's career in the 80s? Isn't the answer usually?
It's right in the vortex of. I did an incredible Joyce Hyser deep dive. I can't believe how much time I spent on it. Joe probably knows some of it because Joe's a big researcher, but she dated Bruce Springsteen for almost 5 years.
Okay,
That's why there are Bruce Springsteen posters in the bedroom in the movie.
He saw her at a party in LA in 1978 on his tour and asked Gary Busey to introduce them. And she was immediately in, and she traveled with him for the rest of the tour.
Meet cute?
A Busey setup.
Wow.
And she dated him for 5 years.
He visited the set of this movie.
And then
he did.
Well, really? They did. And Clayton Rohner said Bruce got a little jealous with the kissing scene. I'm not positive. He might have milked that story. She apparently dated David Geffen. Wasn't able to confirm that one, but that was in there. She was close with Jack Nicholson. Unclear if they dated. And then dated Warren Beatty and lived with him for a year and a half.
Yeah.
I went in because I have Star, the Warren Beatty autobiography. She's interviewed, she's in it a lot.
I love you did the work and read that book.
Well, he was really smitten by her. And really settled down and was trying to make her and she knew what a dog he was. And
Springsteen, Nicholson, Beatty. Come on.
It's unbelievable.
And Busey's name was mentioned too. Jesus.
She was Jimmy Smits' girlfriend on LA Law for 2 years, which was a big show. She said, Kyle, I'm glad you're sitting down.
Go on.
I tested for volunteers and lost to Rita Wilson. I turned down a role in Eddie and the Cruisers, but my biggest career disappointment was The Sopranos. I tested for Dr. Melfi. It was between me and Lorraine Bracco.
No. Holy shit.
That's in the research.
She's sitting there with Tony talking about his mother and everything. Oh my God. I never knew that.
Joyce Hyser as Lorraine Bracco. Okay. I mean, as Dr. Melfi in place of Lorraine Bracco.
I actually really like it.
This isn't as juicy as the Sopranos.
That's incredible.
But I did some detective work because she talked about a show that she turned down but she wouldn't name the show. And she was like, it was a big one, but I turned it down because they like disrespected her in her audition or something like that. But then she's like, but later Martha Coolidge, who directed her in Valley Girl, brought me in for a cameo. CSI, I think she was offered the Marge Helgenberger role.
Wow. What a career.
That's a lot of what ifs, because Lorraine Bracco was apparently offered Carmela. And she said, I've already played the gangster's wife when I was in Goodfellas. I don't want to be Carmela. I want the shrink. So then that led to Edie Falco getting it. God damn, that would work.
But if Lorraine had been Carmela and Joy, then who's Nurse Jackie? What happens to Edie Falco's career?
That's true.
Dominoes upon dominoes.
She stays on Oz. She just stays on Oz for like 5 years.
Imagine if Dr. Melfi came into a session with Tony Soprano one day just dressed as a guy. Just all of a sudden like, so tell me about your mother, Tony. Hey yo.
So you do think Joyce is really good. I can tell.
Yeah, she's coming around.
Yeah, I like her.
She was one of my 175 crushes in the 80s.
Yeah.
And apparently was more of a smoke show in real life because Springsteen in 1978 and then Warren Beatty, she just must have been absolutely fetching in person.
Fetching
is my guess.
What a charming word.
Like, what a combo. Like, who else in the world could have dated those two?
She was a trained dancer growing up. So
really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the odds are that Beatty saw this film. It was like, I don't know about the movie, but like, who is that? The way that they start this movie. Think about the opening shot of the movie. She's incredible figure.
I love that Kyle's premise here requires that Warren Beatty went to the theater to see just one of the
by
guys.
himself.
It made $11 million total, and one of those was Warren Beatty. Okay.
She was also the star of Dan Hartman's video for I Can Dream About You. Which is a pretty big
is that the I Can Dream?
Yeah.
That song goes. I like that.
We're not done with setting up the movie because we didn't talk about the Billy Zabka Bully trilogy yet.
Talk about it. Come on, Bill.
Karate Kid, this, right into Back to School, which he really lost his bully energy in Back to School. Kind of got, like Keith Gordon beats him up in Back to School. And then
Screw you, Melon.
Yeah, he flubs the big dive. But he did have the bigger mullet. This one, he's lifting up tables.
He is.
Torturing nerds left and right. And
don't you think if you were Mr. Zabka's representation back then, Karate Kid is a massive hit. You're a big part of it.
You're zagging?
Well, you take one role. It's Greg Tolan. It's like the next year. That's the next movie he does is this movie after Karate Kid. And then when the role comes in for Back to School, don't you want to say, no.
Yeah, Billy.
Let me be the Robert Downey part.
Yeah, anything. I'll be anything. Or like, I'm saying, in this movie, his first movie after Karate Kid, he's fighting someone on the beach, just like he does in Karate Kid. It's like, I'm ready for Kevin to do the crane kick. Like, it's ridiculous. He should drop the radio and Elizabeth Shue. It's so similar. And I wish I could reach in there and be like, Billy, pick something else, dude.
He was talking about how playing a bully, he's like, you're just waiting for my characters to go inside a punch bowl. That's all you want is for my character to meet the punch bowl at some point in all of his movies. So
why did High School seem so perfect as a movie and TV location in the mid-'80s? What was it about whatever was going on?
It was so new because they didn't do it in the 70s. And so then it was like, guess what? Teens have sex. Teens do drugs. And it's not like in the Forbidden Brooke Shields kind of way. It's just like normalized, right? You come home after school, you have a generic beer, I guess, with your pal. And so then I think it was just so new and exciting. And then by the time you get to the 90s, Can't Hardly Wait happens. It's great, but it's a little bit more expected. But the 80s, it just felt like with Porky's and Revenge of the Nerds, we're really pushing the envelope.
Just the music was so perfect for high school kids. Now, they don't play a lot of music in this movie, but all of the posters are represented. There's you mentioned the Bruce Springsteen, and there's a U2 poster in Buddy's room. Like, it was great high school music shit then, and John Hughes ran with it. This movie has it too.
He had one U2 poster and 700 pulled out.
There's the Edge just staring next to Brandy's, on the beach.
Listen,
incredible.
I didn't know one person who ever would have done that in the 80s with their room.
Outlandish.
That was what was so funny about it, though.
Even if the parents are mysteriously out of town for 2 weeks?
That would be, it's insane behavior.
He uses it as wallpaper. No one did that. You don't put those posters up on the wall. You put like a Spud Webb poster or something, right?
Be respectful. Don't say those posters. She reads Vonnegut.
That's true.
Right.
Hates chemical waste against that.
Hates
but
toxic waste.
He is such a funny character.
In 2015, Entertainment Weekly did their 50 best high school movies ever. And this was ranked 48, which I was personally offended by.
Yeah, too low. Way too low. Where would you put it?
Much higher.
Bill, there's a whole pot on that.
Is
There's
it
a whole pot
top 20.
Is it in the top 10?
For me, I mean, for me personally, it would be in the top 12 or 30. But there's been a lot of good ones in the last 20 years, though. So it's tough. You'd really have to.
Okay.
This could be a good segment for me.
It's so. Does
Superbad necessarily count as a high school movie? Because we're not really in high school.
It does. Yeah, they're graduating. It's a graduation party.
How many actual high school scenes are in Superbad?
A ton. There's like the cooking class.
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Science room and everything.
It's like kind of a one crazy night movie, but it's like we're leaving high school movie.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
If Can't Hardly Wait is a high school movie, then
Superbad. What else from your generation?
For high school movies?
Yeah. Easy A.
Easy A is a good one. She's the Man, which is the remake of this movie to a degree.
Craig was like, "Is this the OG She's the Man?" I was immediately offended.
I mean, that's correct.
I've not seen She's the Man. I'll never see She's the Man. Due respect.
You've never seen it?
No.
I have seen it. It's a much as an English major, it's a much more direct 12th Night adaptation.
Yeah, that's correct.
They're actually using
starring Julia Stiles.
They're using like
the love
character
triangle
names.
is more accurate.
Yeah.
In terms
Anytime
of how
I would ever be spending free time watching She's the Man, I could be watching just one of the guys. So that's what I would do on Tubi.
It's true.
I'll never
say what you will about Joyce, but she's,
You know what's funny about She's the Man's Amanda Bynes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I moved out
Amanda Bynes looks demented in drag as a teenage boy.
Oh, okay.
Like absolutely demented.
But
Whereas
not as realistic as Joyce.
No, Joyce, I think
also
looks
Mean
passable.
Girls.
Yeah, of course.
Mean Girls
is
good one.
legit.
When I moved out here and I was working for Kimmel, and Kimmel had like a 9 or 10-year-old daughter and like a 7-year-old son, and they were watching all those shows, and I didn't have kids yet.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about Amanda Bynes, and he's like, she's so freaking talented.
Yeah.
Like her show's amazing.
Yeah.
Like she's like, watch out for her. It's gonna be. But it kind of peaked where she had a bunch of personal problems.
She has personal problems.
But She's the Man was like the one movie she made, right?
No, there's the one where like her dad, like Colin Firth is her dad.
Oh,
There's
like a sad one?
Well,
No. Like,
isn't she the president's daughter too?
Oh yeah, My Day with the President's Daughter.
Yeah.
And then the Amanda Show was big. She had her own like variety show.
Yeah, and all that.
All
Yeah,
that stuff.
all that.
She really had a moment.
What a Girl Wants.
I thought Lindsay Lohan was. This was one of my hottest takes probably in the last 20 years. I genuinely think she should have like won Oscars. I thought she was like a great actress.
For
no,
Confessions of a Drama.
I'm saying when she got older,
yeah.
I thought she had like all the talent to actually go on and do some stuff.
I got to talk to Dennis Quaid once, and I asked him about Lindsay Lohan and The Parent Trap, and he like got really serious, and he's like, "I think the most talented person I've ever worked with."
Yeah,
I was like, Lindsay Lohan, you worked with everybody. He's like, incredible.
Yeah,
it's like that talented.
And then even when she hosted SNL the first time, and she like crushed it, she could do imitations, but I think she just went off the rails, unfortunately.
She's in a sketch, she's in a Harry Potter sketch where she comes back and Hermione's blossomed over the summer. It is so fucking funny. It's
but I mean, the story is like all these people came into Hollywood too young without,
no question.
Without proper supervision.
I have some good Billy Jacoby stuff for later.
Good.
This movie is directed by Lisa Gottlieb, co-written by Dennis Feldman and Jeff Franklin. 2 artists.
Jeff Franklin of Full House fame. Jeff Franklin probably has more money than any of us.
You're right.
Good job, Jeff.
Budget unknown.
They said $5 million. Lisa Gottlieb has said $5 million in interviews.
This movie looks like they spent $600,000. It's just, and I don't mean that as an insult. It's just so low.
Most of it was on the beach scene.
Yeah,
right. It made $11.5 million.
Yeah,
right.
And then was on HBO for
and a huge rental, like
HBO,
VHS
Comedy
Life.
Central, rental, everything.
You know what was a huge part of this for me? A huge part. Fantastic poster. Fantastic. I used to go to the video stores, Benny's Video in LaGrange, Illinois, and you'd scan the shelves, and you would get to one where there's Terry in the locker room with a football helmet over each breast, like looking very pleased about it. And it was so sexy and so perfect. And I was like, it was everything I want in the world is right there. And I would rent that movie all the time.
Who out of anyone in these 80s, 90s movies, if you met in real life, would you be embarrassed to meet?
What do you mean embarrassed? Like flustered?
Yeah, flustered.
Oh, okay.
Because Joyce is up there for me. I'd be flustered to meet Joyce.
Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy.
Yeah.
I still think it's Judd Nelson. I think he's the coolest character in any 80s high school movie in Bender.
But you'd be meeting Judd Nelson now.
Yeah. I wouldn't be flustered, I don't think. I'd be excited to meet him. I think if I was meeting John Bender with the fingerless gloves and all that, I think I would be. But
we were a big mannequin household, so Andrew McCarthy.
Rembert and I, in 2014, Rembert and I were in Boston, And we went to a conference that Thelma from Good Times was from.
Uh-huh.
We both loved it. I loved her as a kid.
Yeah.
And we got a picture with her, and we were both like, we were on a high for like 5 hours after. We were so excited.
You were like,
she looked great. She still looked great. We were
yeah.
This picture. Yeah, it was awesome.
You met Thelma from Good Times. Wow.
And I was like, I loved you. I just absolutely, as a little kid, just full-fledged, absolute love.
Yeah.
And I think she's been hearing it her whole life, but it was great.
I met Nell Carter from Give Me a Break. Freaked me out. It was no, I didn't. I wish I would have, though. I love that.
my
Craig,
God.
who's your number one? If you met somebody, who would you be the most flustered by?
Like right now or in their prime?
No, right now. You'd have to meet them now.
We're talking females or males?
He could be anybody.
Well, there's like the Leo.
Are you asking him? You need to give him parameters.
There's like the Leo DiCaprio. Sure, I'd be intimidated if I was just chatting with Leo DiCaprio.
That's not a fun answer.
Well, you want me to say like Margot Robbie?
I think he means from
Margot
like
Robbie.
Sure.
No. Let's
Emma Stone?
pick like comedies that you watched when you were a
had to have been
teenage
kid
boy.
when you liked it.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, Blake Lively in the movie Accepted was a big deal for me. You ever seen that movie?
Blake
That's
Lively.
the answer. There you go.
Yes, that's a great answer.
Big one for like 14-year-old Craig.
Team Blake and the Baldoni-Blake feud right there. Craig
Okay.
Horlbeck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Craig, you're on record now.
No comment on that.
They call you to the stand.
You're going to be subpoenaed.
Team Lively Reynolds.
That's a good movie, Accepted. Have you seen Accepted? Not technically high school, technically college, but it's good.
I think I have.
It's not
I think
good.
I've seen every movie.
Justin Long, right?
It's not good.
It's not good.
Oh my
They make
God.
up their own college.
Yeah, South
I
Harmon
remember,
Institute of Technology, the shitheads.
We're going to take a break.
Okay.
And when we come back, we're going to go through the categories, including a couple new ones that neither of you have been involved with.
Can't wait.
All right. First category is watch party.
Yep.
I love this.
Bunch of best setting for a watch or a rewatch. You saw the possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
What's your answer?
You have one that's like Peanut Gallery Ladies Night.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Kyle?
It's got to be in a basement. I think it's
with like 4 buddies.
Yeah, I think it's dudes
Peanut
in a basement,
Gallery.
like grown-up sleepover. You know, like you have some root beer and some video games, and you watch just one of the guys.
I had Peanut Gallery pregame for this.
Yeah, I was really impressed that you like made this a family movie in your household. I think that
that's kind of cool.
I genuinely think that's great. When you told us that you were watching it with your son and your wife, and I was like,
loves this movie.
I was like, what do they think? You're like, oh, we've been watching this for years. He loves it. So
my kids really
this
genuinely love these
film
80s movies, but
yeah.
I don't know if it's because I was just banging them over the head with them from day one. But we watched
you
all
gotta,
of these.
You gotta bring them up right. You gotta bring them up right. Bill.
Anytime I do the pod, my wife always asks, "What's the movie?" She had not even heard of this movie. She's a little younger than me. But before I came over here, Bill, I had lunch with some old college friends, dudes just like me. And they were Rewatchables guys. And they're like, oh, fuck, what movie were you doing? I was like, do you guys remember just one of the guys? Fuck yeah! Oh, yeah! The scene at the end is incredible. Like, they knew the movie and they liked it.
They didn't say the one based on Shakespeare?
They didn't say the one based on 12th Night?
Those are all finance guys. Leave that to me.
His friend was like, it's so cool that she got that job at the newspaper.
It's really cool. Journalism.
She grew a lot as a person.
Alive, right.
You know?
Most rewatchable scene, I will give you Buddy's first scene, which includes lines like, I've had lots of sex. Mm-hmm. It's just now I'd like to try with a partner.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm 15 years old. In 2 years, I reached the peak of my sexual powers. And horny will kick embarrassment's ass anytime.
That's a really good one.
Which I think is a high school yearbook quote. Mm-hmm. Is it too late? Was it January right now?
Is it a good life lesson?
Yeah, you can submit the yearbook stuff now, right? Horny will kick embarrassment's ass anytime. Buddy, what was her last name?
Griffith.
Buddy Griffith.
Yeah.
Just throw that in the yearbook. Nobody will know.
Wait, say it one more time.
Horny will kick embarrassment's ass anytime.
That was my philosophy on the real world.
Wisdom in there.
Would you get that?
My parents were thrilled.
Would you get that as a tattoo, Bill?
But that's too many words.
Okay. What about as an act?
Did embarrassment come back and kick Horny's ass eventually? With your real world stint? Yeah.
Don't underestimate embarrassment. It's strong.
It's resilient.
In the late rounds, it starts wearing you down.
Resilient.
It does,
yeah.
Buddy teaches Terry to act like a guy.
I think that's
fantastic.
That's
Move them around.
All balls itch, it's a fact. Another possible yearbook quote.
That's the line of the movie.
Craig, I can't believe you didn't love this movie.
You don't know that.
Buddy, it's a small one, but Buddy's singing slow hand. They're just like, hey, Jacoby, we just need another minute.
Just go.
We're a minute short. Can you just cook? Buddy does algebra and drunk Terry comes home. Buddy stops by Terry's school. Thanks for the message, bud.
The Kavina.
Kavina.
Yeah.
Your touch is the reason I went through puberty. This also has Rick standing up to Greg. Bold choice.
Hell yeah. Non-violent, too.
I think there's a reason we haven't talked about Rick very much so far in our
Where does he get to?
Joanna just showed her some of her cards, I feel like.
He's strong enough to lip tables and spill food. Greg Tolan.
Yeah.
Were you a messy baby? Awesome.
I like that asshole called me an asshole, too. Some of the writing in this is really good.
Yep.
Terry asks her friend to the prom, and then Sherilyn Fenn shows up. We didn't talk about her either.
Yeah, we haven't talked. Well, that is actually.
I'm
very surprised we haven't talked about Sherilyn Fenn.
That scene's Jacoby. Somebody comes into their house, and he puts the horns on. Denise, what's your rush?
Incredible.
We're young. We're wild. The prom fight. Rick Briggs had a jab game here. How'd you feel about that?
Yeah.
Is that
where
like
did that
a
come
boxing
from?
gym training? Like,
do you think it comes from his dance moves? You know how he likes to dance all by himself? Is that put him in condition to beat up the bully without any preamble to his ability to punch?
It's incredible, though. He turns into like Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, and he's just loading the compy box, and he's just loading it with right on Zabka's nose, and then he finishes him. It's a straight jab, and it's really impressive.
Let's say that Terry and Buddy like wore him down a little bit, and then Rick was able to finish the job.
Oh, you think that's what it was?
I don't know. Greg I was trying to explain it.
If they were doing fan service now, they would have Zabka sweep the leg. And then we'd be like, fuck yeah, Zabka. Cobra Kai never dies.
Here's my question. They filmed this movie in Arizona.
Yeah.
We're having a beach prom?
I had a lot. That was in my Unanswerables.
What beach?
So what the unanswerable for me is, what state are we in?
Well, the license plates
it
say
seems like
Arizona.
We're in Arizona.
They
filmed it. Have a beach.
They filmed it in Phoenix and Scottsdale.
This is what they did in the 80s. You never knew where you were unless you're in
California. I think that's what they did. And they wanted it to be that Southern California thing, but they just shot it in Arizona for cheaper. Because they don't talk about being in Arizona.
No.
You just look it up and they shot it in Phoenix. But it's true. There's no like.
Because Can't Buy Me Love is clearly Arizona. There's cactuses. Like they kind of own being in Arizona for that.
I didn't bump it until the end when he drives up in the like Rabbit or whatever, and it's like an Arizona license plate, and I was like, "What the hell? We're in Arizona this whole time with a beach prom?"
You kind of never knew when you watched these movies in the 80s and 90s where anything was like.
Well, that's not true because like the John Hughes movies have a clear sense of place.
But that's it.
And then then there's like a lot of California stuff.
But like E.T. when I was a kid.
Sure.
And I'm on the East Coast. I don't know where that is. I just know we might be in California. I don't know. I have no context of geography where we are.
This should have been like a California movie, though. And I think if they had the budget, it would have been.
Well, like Fast Times.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to do this later, but Greg kind of a choke job in the fight. Even if you could say that the Griffith kids wore him down a little bit, like. He's been training for this his whole life. Somebody's directly challenged him. He's already gotten a good shot on him.
He has a 28-3
knocked him
lead.
Down.
He had a cold cock.
He's got the gloves on.
Here are my notes. His lift routine is actually pretty weak, right? He's lifting tables, and occasional benches,
right?
Pressing literal benches, not actual weights.
So this is like the Mike Tyson in the Buster Douglas fight, where it's like the bully just got punched once and didn't have a plan.
I don't think he actually,
So he just never had a fight.
I think probably that's the old thing. It's just, hey, listen, Biff Tannen goes down with one punch from Crispin Glover. Sometimes they get those bullies go down easy. I do have to shout out, though, like one of my top 5 favorite things about this movie is that Greg Tolan has bullying gloves that he puts on exclusively to bully.
Yeah.
And it's like, when it's bullying time, like, hold on a second, let me get my gloves on.
It's like an F1 driver.
Yeah.
He's like, they're driving gloves, fingerless bullying gloves. And it's such a fun creative flourish that I've never seen before or since. It's so easy.
I love how wearily all the nerds or whatever like just lift up their lunch
Here
trays. They're like, it's time. It's about that time.
When they fight in movies, they don't fight like they do on my Instagram algorithm when I get served fights outside by drunk people. That's usually like either they're swinging wildly or one of them attacks the other. Nobody's like doing the
Bill, can you tell me a bit more about the drunk fights that you watch on your Instagram?
Listen, once you watch 2 of them, they're just going to keep serving them to you.
You can watch half of one in the parking lot for the rest of your life.
Is it
World Star?
Is it like people who have had a night out and tied one on, or like are you watching? It could either be like
there was some sort of mano a mano, drunk people, but the best thing about those clips is you can start it and immediately be like, guy on the left. you come in like you're like Max Kellerman.
Do you think there's
guy on the left? He looks like he's gonna win, and then sometimes there's an upset. You're like, whoa, guy on the right.
Sometimes guy on the left gets folded. And what is it? If I click for 0.5 seconds,
I'm gonna get you hooked on this.
Even on like on Twitter, you go to the For You. And I was like, what is it about me? You think I want to see some guy get his face beaten in an alley? Show me a football video. It's always there.
That's my algorum too. It's football videos,
and
movies,
sucker punch.
People fighting in a parking lot.
I think we cracked it. Craig, as a football guy, do you get served drunk fights?
Like, I guess this is who I am.
I honestly do. I do get some fights in my algorithm.
So it's a football guy.
Do you immediately do blink test of guy on the left, guy on the right?
Sometimes I have to do like the quick scroll away just to tell the algorithm, like, I don't need more of these. Like,
because if you don't, you got to send a message to the algorithm. You got to tell it who's boss.
Exactly.
If you make eye contact with the algorithm, it's like, I got you.
Bill,
I wish I could turn down the algorithm straight.
So do I.
Tapped market of sports betting on drunk fights.
Blink test bum fights?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the worst algorithm thing that happened to me was I watched a tsunami video once, and then it just started serving me tsunami stuff. And I was like, how do I tap out of this? Tap out. Done. I was like researching how to clean my cache. I was like, I never want to see this again.
They don't ask you, are you enjoying the tsunami videos? No. And then, God forbid, you not only click on it, if you share it with someone, that's a tattoo.
It's over.
You're fucked. You're sharing this guy getting his head kicked in a Circle K? Yeah. I got you for life. You can't get rid of it.
Next rewatchable scene. The famous scene, which includes him just butchering Cyndi Lauper's pronunciation and calling it Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper?
Yeah, right. And I'm Cyndi Lauper. How did they not do a second take?
I don't know. You know what? Great call. Why did they not stop?
On the panel, they asked him about that, and he's like, "Yeah, people like still yell that at me. I'm like so embarrassed by it."
Oh my god!
And I think it was Billy Jacoby was like, "Had you heard of the recording artist Cyndi Lauper before we made this film?"
That's the director's fault.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
But there's 30 people on set. What is it? The Marion Cobretti cutting pizza with scissors award. Why didn't someone stop this?
Cyndi Lauper is
Cyndi Lauper was it'd be like saying Madonna instead of Madonna. It's Lauper, not Lauper.
And I'm Madonna.
And he's supposed to be this thoughtful character who loves music and has all these records. Cyndi Lauper.
Rick.
Terrible.
The big reveal.
Yeah.
Where do you get off having tits? Do you think that was written or ad-libbed by Clayton Rohner?
I think they said there wasn't much ad-libbing on this movie.
In the script?
Yeah.
Accusatory sentence, too. He was pissed.
He was.
Big kiss. And then, it's all right, he has tits. And walks away. And then Terry goes home and walks in on Buddy and starts telling him about the night. Buddy's sitting under the covers. That's really interesting. Really.
Turn off the lights.
This was on all the time, and it was always a suck-in every time.
It's really fun.
I never really understood why Rick was so upset.
Because he thought I'm not one to defend Rick, but like he thought that they were friends. They were pals. It was like a reaction. He had a reaction. You're allowed to have a reaction.
My unanswerable about that is.
I like the defense of Rick, though.
If you were hanging out with a dude to dude for a couple weeks, you're killing brews, you're chasing girls, he's becoming your best friend in this new school.
Yeah.
Hanging out in bathrooms together.
Music,
urinal talk.
And then you find out that it's a woman and it's kissing you. Could you recover like Rick does to then go and ostensibly date her? Or is it like, I spent 2 weeks with you as a platonic male friend. I can't go then.
I will say, there's
a scale.
This is where we let down.
It's pretty high on the scale, too.
This is where we're letting down the Shakespeare adaptation, though, right? Because in 12th Night, Orsina was hot for her when she's in drag. So, like, there should have been some, like confused attraction to her in her boy
in the
getup.
most politically incorrect sports movie ever, right behind Joanna, Fast Break.
Yeah.
Swish is pretending to be a guy on the Cadwallader State basketball team. And DC Dacey is falling for Swish, thinking it's a guy, and then leaves the team because he's convinced he's becoming gay. And then he finds out Swish is a woman. They don't even go near that in just one of the guys and have like Rick's like attracted to her.
What does Channing Tatum do? And she's the man. He's attracted to her, right?
Yeah, there is like a weird energy between them that he doesn't quite understand.
It's cool though, Rick. Like when Rick finds out before the reveal, he's like, "It's cool, you're gay." Like,
there's a little no homo from him where he's like, but then he's like, he's like, "Oh, you're gay. I get it."
That's big right now because of the reveal in Netflix, and I've seen people assailing it for saying that's not realistic back in the 80s, and I'm like, watch what Rick did. Like, he was really cool about that, and I like that. I like that moment. That moment,
I will say, Rick, when he comes in the end and he's like, let me do the asking out.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay, fine. Well, I gotta drive.
Yep.
I'm like, it's her car.
Rick,
what
you lost us. You totally lost
doing?
us, Rick. What are you
as
doing?
long as I'm driving. Okay, Rick.
Also, Rick, you dressed like you were going bowling. There were no girls to be seen. You went out with the prom queen and Terry, who's a smoke show. Like, settle down.
I know.
Let Terry drive. The ending, which includes that. Also, Buddy ends up on a motorcycle with a 40-year-old woman.
Yeah.
And that's how the movie ends?
Yeah.
My son, when we watched it on Tuesday, is like, Dad, why did they do that? Like, he just didn't understand. I don't know. It's the 80s.
Well, Liz and I went back and watched that twice thinking, did we miss something? Is this character supposed to be somebody?
She's literally a 40-year-old woman.
Is this a fantasy of his that we didn't hear about?
Don't you feel like her friend Denise hooked up with a 40-year-old like prom band singer?
Oh yeah, dude. That's
right.
We had that,
and then also Rick's deflowering story is his mom's friend fucked him when his dad died.
About that. My mom's friend made me feel good. What? Holy shit! Should I call the cops?
You were a child.
Wait, yes. I want to get into that because that's my flex. It's a book about medals award for the belatedly best quoter exchange.
Okay.
They're talking about if they've ever lost their virginity. Yeah. Terry goes, "Have you ever had sex?" He's like, "Yeah, one time." In her weird New York accent, she's like, "Tell me about it." And he's like, "Just after my dad died, this friend of my mom's, I think she wanted me to cheer me up. And she did." And then Terry goes, "Is that your room over there?" And they just never talk about that again.
Awesome.
That's like a whole movie, that quote. It's like, holy shit, what happened there?
It explains a lot lot about Rick.
This movie's the best.
They're real fast to
See,
lose
you're
with
talking
all that.
yourself into it.
You love this movie.
Attaboy.
And watch it again.
I don't know why Buddy gets on the back of a motorcycle with a soccer mom at the end of the movie with no helmet, no words exchanged, nothing.
A motorcycle babe who has been around is going to show him some things.
Yeah.
She's like...
Yeah.
That's what, back in the day, just the Dream Woman would appear out of nowhere for no reason. This is like Dream Woman.
I didn't blink twice. This is a very 80s ending to a movie. Yeah.
Was he the one who went on to do MILF Manor?
Yes,
that's it.
Correct.
Yes. Hello.
There you go. Origin story from MILF Manor.
Right,
Great
origin
call.
story.
Great call.
Well, we know what most rewatchable was for Kyle and I. What do you have?
I think it's him teaching her how to be a dude. The tube socks down the jeans, that whole sequence.
Okay. What's the most 1985 thing about this movie?
I have a good one for this.
Yeah.
It's the inseam on Kevin's shorts when her college boyfriend Kevin comes over at the beginning of the movie.
What a pull.
He's like rocking Magnum PI shorts. It's wild.
See,
I gotta look for that. I somehow missed that.
You just throw a dart at this movie and find anything. I have a really little one. One of the times that Billy's reading the magazine, the back of the magazine.
Just saying, reading a magazine.
Oh, the Carlton cigarette ad?
Less tar. They're bragging that they have less tar than the other brands. Like, we have tar in our cigarettes for sure, but less than those guys. That was a huge deal back in the day. That's very 85.
I had Terry's word processor.
Sure.
I had the whole concept of a high school student aspiring to be a newspaper writer.
Sure. Journalism is aspirational.
Buddy's sleeveless jeans jacket. I don't think you could walk outside in that now.
For the back half of the movie, he's just in a parade of sleeveless button-down things.
Yeah. This was a look.
It's like he looks like he's in Double Dragon. I don't know what it's either
he also looks,
flannel sleeveless, denim sleeveless, lumberjack type. I don't know what that was.
But it's like a thing that he found at the end of the movie. He's like, this is my look.
This is going to be my look.
It's very Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Like, you know the brother in that movie who does like, the dishes are done.
Man.
And then Buddy in this movie is just sort of like, the dishes are done.
You're right.
The great C. Tom Howell stole the look for Secret Admirer. Same kind of thing. Like, it was like this sleeveless jacket with the shirt underneath.
Yeah.
Hasn't been seen since. Even late 80s, nobody was doing this.
C. Tom Howell. I've never heard
C.
anyone call him
C. Tom Howell might have to come up later in the
C. Tom.
He's 100% coming up later.
I think I know where you're going.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a couple more. High school kids dressing up like Trekkies. We don't do that anymore.
Yep.
Calling a beer a brewski.
Twice.
I don't remember what year that ended, but it was right around here.
I also just don't know that teenagers did it ever, right?
No. The prom band is this is like a great era for prom bands because we have Weird Science, we have Back to School, whatever the band that Rodney Dangerfield hires.
Oingo Boingo?
Been scouting that movie hard, by the way. I forgot to tell you.
I'm all over it.
The band in here, they all had they were all too old to be playing at the high school. They all had the high hair. They all had the weird guitars that had like little daggers on them and stuff.
And they're playing originals too. I like that.
Guys,
no Duran Duran.
Yeah.
This is one of our tunes.
Yeah.
These guys, the two of the guys on stage were like longtime drummers for Rod Stewart. That's a fun fact I learned about this.
Interesting.
Thank God you're here.
Really good stuff, right?
I like that.
Well, my winner for what's most 1985 thing about this movie is every single Deborah Foreman outfit. She's the one the prom queen who Rick falls for.
Yes.
There's one outfit she has that I don't even, there might have been like a 4-week window where people were wearing that yellow outfit she has, where she's dressed basically like Madonna. And then at that outfit, like you couldn't wear that ever. Like I don't even know if you could wear that ironically at an 80s party. Nobody would believe it.
Do you mean Madonna?
Madonna. Madonna. What's age the best? The opening of this movie is exactly like any porn you would have watched from the 80s. If you actually watch it, it's like she wakes up and it's like, just one of the guys, and with like terrible music. And it's like,
girls got something. Boys ain't got, you know?
What rating is this?
And
Where are
boobs,
we? Yeah.
Just in case.
And you think there's going to be a doorbell and the guy's like, I'm here to fix the cable. And he comes on and, oh, wow, here we go. Boys don't got.
What do you got? I have a bunch.
I have a bunch too. Joe and I were talking about this before the show. Having an older sibling whose friends come over is just one of the all-time adolescent things, whether it's your older sister's friends or you go to a friend's house and he has an older sister and you're 14 and there's 3 16-year-old girls watching TV. Like, it's Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, you can't imagine how sexy and how hot that is when you're a teenager. And this is what Billy goes through for the whole movie, Billy Jacoby. I love that.
Yeah, you're in love with, and I'm an only child, but I had the friends who had the older ones. You're just in love with every friend they have.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
We used to go to my friend's Mark's house. Mark's older sister, Lisa, was like 3 years older. And we found out that she loved Ricard Noir. She just loved how it smelled. So before we go to Mark's house, we put on 50 squares of Ricard Noir all over. So we're like, hey, Lisa, what's up? Like, and she's like, are you wearing Ricard? And it was amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out, Lisa. Wherever you are.
Maybe people are better now than we were back then.
Ricard Noir business.
What else do you have?
As someone from the Midwest, I fucking love outdoor high schools, outdoor lockers, outdoor everything. That was unthinkable for where I went to school.
That's a great point.
They're just hanging at the lockers. There's sunshine behind them. There's cactus. Same thing in Can't Buy Me Love, outdoor. And then also the outdoor prom. Like my prom was at the O'Hare Airport Hilton, like just absolute garbage.
Yeah.
And they're on the beach with these lanterns and this food and this band. The outdoorness of it is really cool.
I just don't think people had beach proms outside of movies.
Definitely some
I grew up in California,
issues.
like Bay Area, California. You grew up in California, Craig. We didn't have beach proms. That's not
he's
a thing.
throwing Terry into the ocean and no one comes to stop him. There's no faculties or anything like that. He's got Terry he's got like a Stone Cold Stunner is coming there's like, just go ahead.
You said, there's no adults in this movie except for
they don't
like
exist.
It's crazy. The two teachers and they're the horniest people in the movie.
There's the bowling PE guy who also was like surprise jock, surprise jock inspections.
Yeah.
What do you have for What's Age the Best?
So would you call this a sex comedy?
Almost every scene is about someone wanting to get laid.
It's horny. It's very horny.
It's a horny comedy, but I don't feel like it's in the Porky's thing where they're
that's
gratuitously.
The thing is like there's like a bunch of sex comedies from the 80s that I think have aged really poorly. Like Revenge of the Nerds, you're like, blah blah. I don't really want to watch this anymore. I think with like Fast Times, Valley Girl, directed by Martha, like these women-directed sex comedies of the 80s. I think it's like a really interesting, I don't know. I like
a little more soulful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
There's nothing in this movie that makes me cringe in the way that some of those other 80s sex comedies make me
John
cringe.
Hughes, I think, was able to pull that off with all his stuff. Even like Word Science. We talked about when we did that pod. That could have gone sideways.
Kelly LeBrock has nothing but great things to say about John Hughes, about on that set and everything. Like, to your point, the Fast Times scene where it's Phoebe Cates and Jennifer Jason Leigh and they're giving instructions on how to give a blowjob.
Yeah.
The fact that there was a woman directing that and it, like, I don't know, it's safe or something. Like it feels more likable.
More What's Age the Best for me. Just parents being gone for the entire movie. This was half of the plots in the 80s.
Yeah.
When did they give up on this, Craig? Because parents wouldn't leave their kids alone like this now. We have too much information.
Yeah.
I would never be like, hey, Ben, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Guard the house.
Yes.
Like, there's no way.
But like,
and we have cameras now, too.
And you FaceTime them and you call them. Like, there's none of that.
Life 360. Why is he at Bevmo?
I mean, I don't know.
That's true.
Even like when I was middle school, high school, you could still kind of get away with that. There was no like FaceTime. It was kind of like my parents are gone for the weekend. They can call me on my cell phone, but that's about it.
My parents are gone for the weekend is one thing. The parents are gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
During the school year.
I did have a couple friends where the parents did disappear for that long.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think there's also an interesting
But it was like that's where we just went. It was like, hey, Scott's parents are gone.
They're gone.
Again.
They kind of breaks the high school movie rule that Buddy and Terry didn't throw a massive rager.
Yeah, it's true. A kegger.
Yeah, they should have.
Well, she was busy pursuing her journalism interests.
That's true.
If
with
Kevin was in charge,
boyfriend.
Yeah, Kevin was like pool party every day when your parents are gone.
That's true.
There's a interesting like class thing going on in this movie, right? Like she's super rich and like she goes to a high school with other super rich kids. And then like Rick, like she goes to this high school and it's like, the other high school.
Yeah, she's at
but like she's like, I got plastic. Let's just go get you a new wardrobe,
cool.
Rick. Like, don't worry about it. And it's just like, she's just very.
Yet another reason why Rick probably should have forgiven her a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Well,
Rick, the girl's buying you clothes. She's in
like,
love
your
with you.
haircut
You've never had a girlfriend. He's like, I don't know.
Your haircut might put you on a list. We need to fix it.
Rick liked what he saw.
He's like, have you heard? She's like, have you heard of a popped collar? Would you like to pop all of your collars for the rest of your life?
More what's age the best. The douchey rich college boyfriend with a convertible who seems like he's 15 years older than our girl in high school is an 80s staple. They have this in Secret Admirer as well. I don't know why this was a recurring character. And they all kind of had the same look.
Can't Buy Me Love. Classic. Bobby
coming back.
With that makes you a prostitute. Like, they're always a dick. They always have blow-drying hair. And they're always 33 years old.
They always act like going to college gave them some sort of higher state of being.
But imagine what a fucking loser you are if you're in college and like an athlete or in a frat and your girlfriend's in high school. Like, this, why don't you have a college girl or someone out of college?
It's like status for her, right?
Yeah.
She thinks, well, this is like, okay. Is this movie about a woman opening her shirt and showing you her tits? Yes. Is this movie also about like a privileged, like rich girl who has a shitty boyfriend and doesn't realize it? Who like goes to another school, befriends the nerds, like meets a cooler guy, becomes a better writer because actually her article did suck. And like learns something about herself.
Learns about urinals.
Yes. Where does she get off having tits though, Joe? You know,
it's a great question.
Learns how to throw a jab when you're fighting on the beach.
Just work the jab.
It's a long game. A couple more. Calling your dick Spike. Just great for an 80s comedy.
Calling your dick anything?
Anything.
Yeah.
Spike, even better.
I'm laughing every time.
Yep.
I'd rather wallow in my virginity. Just a great line. Bullies who use insults like tulip and chum stains.
Awesome.
Well, that's another reason why
what is tulip? Where did he even come up with that?
Well, we're not dropping F slurs this entire movie. That's another reason why this movie's better
they're
rewatchable.
Not swearing everywhere.
No, not just like the F bomb, like the F slur. Like, you know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, slurs, right.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, I just want to shout out, the girls got purpose. Girls got something.
Boys don't got. That guy's like, you need a song? He's like, yeah, we have 15 minutes to make the song. Just go. And he's like, I got it. No problem. Kicked it back. What a jam.
And the other one there, you're like, you have 2 minutes. What's the title of the movie? Just one of the guys?
One of the guys.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Got it. I got it.
It's a great era. All right, last thing I have is how much research there is on the Tapas scene, which I found hysterical. I couldn't believe like how much information there was.
What do you got?
Hyser not sold on doing a topless scene.
Right.
No nudity in her contract. Gottlieb persuaded her to reconsider. And she said, quote, honestly, I think you've got to show him.
She pulled her aside.
I think this is not something you couldn't do the 5-part Martin Scorsese documentary about Lisa Gottlieb, I'm guessing, but this would have been a key part in it.
She talked about this at the Q&A, the 30th anniversary Q&A that exists on YouTube that was at Cine Family. She talks about this for so long, about persuading, like, you know.
So one of her best friends was Rosanna Arquette. Joyce just sounds like she was
Rosanna Arquette, really?
She was like an it girl.
Just that, really felt like she was in the middle of everything. Rosanna said, I would say you shouldn't do it because no one will ever look into your eyes again as long as you live. On the other hand, people will look at you and see those breasts forever, even when you're an old lady. And Lisa Gottlieb said she heard that story and said, wow, I'll strip myself after hearing that reason.
Okay.
But that was Rosanna Arquette. Like, just think long game. 40 years from now, you'll be old. You'll be glad you did it. Interesting.
So Joyce Hyser was talking about how she's like, this is before Freeze Frame. This was before, you know, like when we made this, I did not know that this would be like the most paused moment in 80s cinema or whatever.
She didn't know porn. She was like, if I knew Pornhub, all this shit was coming, probably not.
Right. And it's become like this whole thing. But I saw an interview that she gave just like a couple years ago where she was like, yeah, and I've got really like, you know, shy about doing nudity and I didn't want to do it. And she's like, now I wish I had because, you know, like I wish I had done it, honestly, more often. What was I afraid of? So I thought that was interesting.
Rosanna Arquette, she's in a movie with Van Damme called Nowhere to Run, one of his worst movies. Topless, talented. Looks great.
Rosanna Arquette, topless, talented. In that order?
No, flipped it.
Probably happy she did it.
They did not have an intimacy coordinator in that movie either, unfortunately. But I remember seeing it in theater.
And then Clayton Rohner weighed in. They were considered a work of art, not anything sexual. They were so beautiful. She was gorgeous.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
Okay.
Just shooting from the hip.
They were. All right. Well, I never.
Okay.
I mean, elephant in the room. She has fantastic breasts.
Well,
great. Good for him.
We have a couple categories coming up.
Oh,
that,
good.
Well, don't cover that, but the Steven Skull shitting on himself award for most unbelievable anecdote from the actual film shoot. The Godfather of Soul, James Brown.
Yes.
Spent 3 days on set, allegedly, to help Clayton Rohner perfect his dance moves. And this was a thing that happened. It's inexplicable. I researched it multiple places.
They keep saying it everywhere, so it has to be true.
His room is covered in James Brown stuff.
He choreographed the prom dance moves that both Terry and Rick do.
Clayton Rohner claims he was there for 5 days.
No, he was.
Joyce.
So he went from the set of Just One of the Guys to doing Living in America with Apollo Creed.
That's true. He was working a lot. Hardest working man. Gosh, that's right.
James Brown showed up to do beach prom choreography for Just One of the Guys.
I just don't know if I believe it, but they're adamant that this happened.
I believe it. The way that they all keep repeating it in interviews, like, I just don't think it's a joke.
It's also like, it's in the conversation for like the whitest movie ever made. And the male lead loves James Brown of all things.
Right.
He's
it's like their way of working a black person into it. Clayton Rohner said, how many times do you get to sit and shoot the shit with James Brown for 8 hours a day?
Never.
I'm guessing it wasn't 8 hours a day.
I really don't think
it was. Probably went from 10 minutes to an hour over the years past. All right, new category.
What do we got?
The Billy Jacoby Award for most believable and yet unequivocally delightful anecdote from the actual film shoot. This is a new category, Craig. Clayton Rohner talking about Billy Jacoby. Well, Billy Jacoby was under 18. I think it was more like 15. I don't think he could drive. And he got in all kinds of trouble because his chaperone was his older sister and she didn't give a crap. And oh my God, he was after every girl on the set. And I wouldn't be surprised if he got successful with a couple of them. He was a ladies' man, that kid, I swear to God.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So then the interviewer asks Clayton Rohner, did he hook up with Sherilyn Fenn? Rohner answers, I don't know. I think she was dating Chris Penn at the time. This movie's like a 4-hour documentary. So Joyce Hyser is the most connected woman in Hollywood, apparently. Sherilyn Fenn is under 18 dating Chris Penn. Clayton Rohner is hanging out with James Brown. What the fuck was happening in this movie?
The boss is on the set.
The boss is on the set?
Yeah.
Plus, according to my research, Sherilyn Fenn at this time was with Johnny Depp. That's on her wiki page. I think he was somewhere floating around too.
This is a movie set that had Bruce Springsteen and James Brown visiting.
And they went to Scottsdale, Arizona. They flew James Brown out to Arizona to do prom choreography.
Wait, one more anecdote from this interview.
Unbelievable. I'm stunned.
They asked him how William Zabka was to work with in the 80s, and Clayton said, he was great. You know, he was a born-again Christian. All the girls wanted to sleep with him, and all he wanted to do was sing them songs and hang out.
Interesting.
I have to admit,
that's not how I thought Billy passed the 80s.
You thought he was party boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's still part of my brain that's still sitting here thinking about Joyce Hyser as Dr. Melfi. Like, I haven't recovered from that moment.
You may never come back.
Kind of there.
How about 15-year-old Billy Jacoby banging chicks on Just One of the Guys set?
Amazing. Amazing. Method guy, Billy Jacoby.
What do you think? What if they
This is the podcast of the year.
What if they had put Jacoby instead of David Faustino in Married with Children?
Better show.
Yeah.
Like a great show.
Yeah. Him and Christina Applegate working together.
It sounds like we should have put him in Basic Instinct and had him just with Sharon Stone.
Instead of Wayne Knight sitting there watching him, he's just Billy sweating. Oh, that's great.
The Kid Cudi Pursuit of Happiness or Best Needle Drop. Trouble by Lindsey Buckingham's in this. And drop nicely. The prom song is called Hard Way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like, hard way.
That's cool.
It's not bad. It might have been their own song. I looked for it on Spotify.
It was like Shitty Lover Boy. Like,
yeah. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Big Kahuna Burger Award, best use of food and drink. Obviously, the spaghetti spill.
Like, where has spaghetti spill gone? I feel like it was a staple of cinema for so long, and now we are no longer.
Well, kids wouldn't eat spaghetti at lunch now,
I don't think
right?
people just eat big plates of spaghetti like they did in the 80s and 90s.
You see in the 80s movie, you know it's going on somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's ever had a bite of spaghetti in the 80s movie.
Or you just talking in the Fatal Attraction, he gives it to his dog. What was that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That's the most upset Mal's ever been about anything that's ever been in a movie or a TV show.
Then Michael Douglas gives spaghetti
He comes
meatballs.
home from 2 days after
With
sleeping
Alex.
with Glenn Close
Yeah.
and just gives his dog spaghetti and meatballs.
Is that bad?
The meatballs doesn't seem like
The
it should be that
dog's
bad.
shitting and
deal.
farting and
No, it's
puking
a
everywhere.
complete violation.
Yeah, but it's not like,
Craig, don't have a dog. You're not allowed.
A meatball and some pasta is not the
I
worst
think
thing
it's
in
all
the world.
about the puking and the shitting they're going to be doing all over the place.
What if you just give? I don't own a dog. What if you just gave the meatballs? Like,
That's better.
could the dog just
like
have
if
the
she
meatballs?
poured the dog a
Pasta
beer, I'd
with
be like, all right.
meatballs.
Bradley Cooper gives his dog a steak before he hangs himself and A Star Is Born. Like
That's
his
fine.
treat.
That's
I think
great.
that's better. The spaghetti and
Yeah,
meatballs.
because you don't have to clear up the diarrhea after you're hanging in the garage.
That's Lady Gaga's job.
Might as well. The Billy Bats Jack Waltz Award for most biting and scalable insult. New category for you.
I fucking love it. And I have an answer.
What is it?
It's when the Star Trek guys are in the cafeteria and they go, "Zzz, I seem to be detecting some sort of carbon-based douchebag." When he walks down to the table. I laugh every time he says that about Greg Toland. That's mine. Carbon-based douchebag.
I like those guys.
Pretty good. We'll take one more break and then Kyle's got a flex. All right, Kyle, what's your flex?
All right, so I was going to go Sasha Jenkins' Bigger Star for Billy Jacoby, but we've covered so much of it. So that means I have to pivot. And usually when I pivot, I do a porn title, but I haven't prepared one.
Off the dome, buddy. You're an English
just one
major.
of the guys. I think it would be the same
You're
title.
an English major. You know Shakespeare. Do it.
Thrust one of the guys. Also a gay porn, probably. Right? Thrust one of the guys.
Thrust one of the guys.
Yes. We needed more sex talk
See,
from me
I
in
think
this
it would have
pod.
been just all of the guys.
Thrust all the guys. That's good too. That's good.
Butch's Girlfriend Award for Weak Link of the Film. I
This
mean,
is tough.
A lot of ways to go here.
This is,
What do you think, Joe?
Well, this is tough because both this and overacting is tough because it's just a vibe. I don't feel like anyone is doing a great, wonderful acting job. So I can't get upset,
That's why my answer is Cyndi Lauper, as we discussed earlier. I just can't believe they didn't do a second take.
I also just Rick as a character.
I still can't believe
I would do a few more passes on Rick as a character. I feel like I Like James Brown is not enough of a draw for our leading lady, I think.
All right, next category is the Jamie Lee Curtis Unnecessary Nudity Award, which is obviously so this could go one of two ways. They easily could have just gone bra and probably nailed it.
Interesting.
Right?
I mean,
it's 1985, so they're not going to do that.
I mean, especially since she's quite obviously wearing a binder for the rest of the movie. I
was going to ask that. Why is she not wearing a bra to push down her boobs at the prom?
She's wearing
with the tuxedo.
The rest of the movie, she's got basically an ace bandage on it. She's got a binder on. And when she pulls the shirt back together, you can see her bra on underneath. So, it's for cinema. It's for art.
Listen, it's 1985. You got to deliver certain things, especially if your poster is what that poster is, and you can't have what the heck? That's what happens. You have to have some nudity in there.
I don't think this is unnecessary for the movie, to be honest.
She tries. She tells him 3 times, "I'm a female." He won't believe her. What's he gonna do?
I think it's necessary, but I also would have filmed a second scene with the bra for Comedy Central.
You could do
it's
it
too
from
big
behind.
of an edit.
I know
She opens the shirt from
I
behind.
didn't even know this scene was in the movie until many years
but
later.
Trading Places, Dan Aykroyd's just sick in bed, and for some reason she's just topless taking care of him.
Yeah.
This is much more plot related. You're right.
This in theory is story related.
This is art.
What's age the worst? What's age the worst? Terry confronting her professor right after overhearing them talk about how hot she is, and he goes, "Well, you're a pretty girl. You could be a model."
That's his recovery. Come on, man.
It's brutal. Even for 1985, it's like, come on, man.
Brutal.
The One of the Guys song is pretty bad.
Yeah,
One of the Guys.
So synth heavy.
This is just the joy of being in the 80s. You're like, what's the title of the movie?
Could have worked a little harder. Maybe
they had no money for any pop music at all, so they had to make some really bad shit on a Yamaha synthesizer.
This is a good time.
Just with like a preset on the Yamaha.
Oh yeah.
This is a What's Age the Worst, and just let me land the plane on this. Sherilyn Fenn's 90 rise tying into the legend of the movie now has aged the worst because it's 2026 and Sherilyn Fenn I don't think has the same kind of oomph. But when this movie was having its rewatchable kind of renaissance in the 90s, a piece of it was young Sherilyn Fenn who was Twin Peaks. She was in, what was that movie? 3 of Hearts or whatever that was. And everybody, all the guys I knew, including myself, we loved her. And it was just weird that she was in this movie and it was like this crazy wrinkle to it, but now nobody cares.
I think Sherilyn Fenn, because Twin Peaks is an institution, like people still...
It still matters? Okay,
still
maybe
matters.
it's not a What's
Not
Age
in
the
the same
Worst.
way that it did in the 90s, though. I agree.
Any others? Because I have a couple other.
Quick one, a classic for What's Age the Worst. Shirts and skins. It doesn't exist.
You're right.
I coach youth sports, different sports. It would be unfathomable to me to go out to these boys and be like, all right, you're the shirts. Take your shirt. It'd be ridiculous. Like, I feel like I'd be arrested.
You've lost your job 10 minutes later.
We don't do it.
Kyle, I heard you did shirts and skins.
So
you deroped my child? Never.
No
ever.
surprise jock inspections in your
line? Never. And by the way, jock straps themselves, they were everywhere in the 80s. Revenge of the Nerds has a whole thing. 16 Candles does. I don't think I've ever worn a jock strap in my life, ever. I've worn a cup, but like, you would just go to gym, you put a jock on. Like, it's a very odd thing. Craig, again, jock strap.
Only when I play baseball.
Yeah, baseball. Like, if you're
a
catcher, for a cup, but like, not like in gym.
No.
Yeah.
Also, we weren't showering in gym class in
mandatory.
high school.
We were told we had to do it.
Yeah, nobody
told we had to do it nude.
Were you showering in school?
I mean, not if I could help it.
Our gym teacher said to us, you have
with
to
a
shower.
bunch of dudes.
Yes. And by the way, I remember our gym teacher saying, like, and no bathing suits. This is a nude shower. That was their policy. I'm not kidding.
What?
Like, that was just what you did. And we're like, all right. It was so weird. So weird.
Now they only do it in England.
So they do?
Sorry, just shots at England.
Can I hit you with the What's Age the Worst?
I want a couple from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would just say that, like, I think using tulip as your gay slur is like, but there's some other, like, you know, gender commentary stuff in this movie, some like trans commentary stuff that, like, as much as this is maybe like helped some people, there's also just trans jokes that haven't aged well, I would say.
Has it aged worse than setting up a high school senior in a double date with a 6th grader?
You know, in just 2 years, she's going to make him really happy.
What? That I didn't understand that in 1985. Now it's like, what's happening? Why not go 9th grader?
A lot of girls with braces in this
like,
sex comedy.
6th grader is like what is happening? I just didn't get that at all. I don't know why.
I thought that was just like a bait and switch. She was just like, I have a cousin.
All right, but you go 9th grader. I don't know.
This type of thing has really changed and become way progressive recently. Like, it wasn't that long ago that there was the Olsen twins countdown clock and people would just talk about it.
It's true.
There's a clip that goes around of Ashton Kutcher hosting Punk'd. And he's like, so we got Hilary Duff here. She's one of those girls. We're just waiting until she turns 18. Everyone's like, what the fuck? But that was on Punk'd. It was no big deal. Like, that was just part of the show. That's changed a lot recently.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But 6th grade, you're 12, 13?
Yeah, 11 or 12.
Hyser, I don't know if this is a What's Age the Worst or What's Age the Best, but she said, I've done a few of these signing conventions where they come in with tons and tons of pictures. And not one of my fans has brought that picture to sign.
Oh.
That's why I truly love my fans. So it's a What's Age the Best that nobody's done that. It's a What's Age the Worst that it's been her worst fear.
I feel like that's definitely happened to her somewhere. Someone has brought her that photo.
And then finally, we might as well do the Clayton Rohner conversation now. We've been dancing around it.
Dancing like James Brown?
It's tough.
What do you want to say?
Well, this probably was the peak for him. If he's listening, I feel bad, but it's tough. This character's all over the place.
Yep.
Not positive with the.
I think it's more of a character issue than it is even an acting issue.
Maybe it's a Rick issue, not a Clayton Rohner issue.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
One of the archetypes, I think, of the movies is the sensitive new boy in town. Like in Footloose, that's Kevin Bacon, and he pulls it off. But that's just like we have Bully and like the Babe with Brains and all that. Like that guy, and they tried really hard. I think the James Brown thing is kind of just a weird whiff. They tried to make him interesting and appealing, but it's not the best part of the movie.
Yeah, it's like he's a nerd, but then no nerd would be able to win a fight with Greg Tolan on the beach or do like the lunch scene.
I know.
So he's like a lurking,
he's like a loner.
He's more loner.
Not,
he's like Christian
I was going to say, he's not Christian Slater and Heathers.
But
he doesn't have the Christian Slater riz.
I just don't have a handle on this character at all, even after 50 watches.
Andrew McCarthy, not to bring him up again, but like,
go on.
Like Andrew McCarthy in this role. Because he can do that like nerdy guy with like, but he has that cocaine gleam, as I like to say about Andrew McCarthy.
Rick is dreamy, like especially like I love another 80s high school staple, The Makeover, when you go from totally geek to totally chic. Yeah. And she just combed his hair differently and put on like a vest, and he was all of a sudden the coolest guy in school. He's handsome as hell.
Do you feel like we were robbed of the montage, the makeover montage?
Totally.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally. There should have been a montage, and it's a girl's got something.
Well, they were shopping at 7:15 in the morning before school.
They didn't have the budget to go to the mall in Arizona. Yeah. Are you an Airborne guy? The movie Airborne?
No.
Okay.
No. Airplane and Airheads, but not
Airborne. Okay.
No.
There's a great makeover montage in that. Yeah, Seth Green. It's really good.
Ruffalo, Hannah Rubinek, Partridge, overacting word. This is.
How do you do this?
I can't for this movie.
No, you can.
Okay, what do you got?
I don't know if it's overacting or if it's underacting or if it's what is this acting, but the teacher is just insane in this movie.
Oh, the
two scenes.
The first one?
And he's like, when he apologizes to her at the end, he's just, I don't know.
The apology one is so weird because he's like, I'm shipping you and Rick. Are you guys going to be together? I can tell how you feel about him from your article. I'm going to come back to that. But like,
it's just bizarre.
It's super weird. Like, did he learn something? Maybe, but he was like, I can really tell that you care about that guy, Rick. Are you two kids going to work it out? Bizarre.
And she goes, how do you know that? And he's like, this huge pause. He's like,
I read your column. I read your article.
Come on, man. Just say the line. Let's go to lunch.
Bad.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, you have a flex.
I'm doing the Vincent Chase Award. Are we sure this character was actually good at his job? Is Terry a good journalist?
Oh.
Yeah, what's our evidence that
I had that for my picking nits?
I mean, like, because what is this? To go back to, I read your article. What is this article that she turned in? Like, ostensibly, it's about going undercover as a guy. She won this award, but like, how much of this article is about this dreamy guy Rick that she has a crush on? Like, what is this?
It's fan fiction, feels like.
I feel like she won this so that people didn't get sued. I don't know. Like, it's a bizarre thing, and I have no evidence that she's a great writer.
I'm really glad you brought this up because I was trying to think of like the premise of the piece. So was she trying to expose? Like, I had to do this because it's the only way I could enter a contest.
No, it's because like people's reactions are like, I like what you said about like being yourself, and so it's like how nerds are treated or be yourself. I don't know. It's like a real think piece, like puff think piece.
Why didn't we get to see it? Why didn't they do like a mock version of the essay? What do you mean?
At the end, when she's on the word processor, we see her lead.
Yeah. Oh, you have it?
It's fucking horrible.
What do you have?
It starts with a question.
Yeah.
And she's like, have you ever wondered what it's like to be inside the guy's locker room? She goes, fate forced yours truly to be a teenage boy! ! It's the worst garbage you've ever read. It's terrible.
Okay, so then we have our answer.
This was your contest winner?
Is Terry a good journalist? No.
Well, I have another reason.
The Arizona school system did not want to get sued or something like that.
Yes.
Is how
I have another reason to back you up. And I say this as somebody who was a two-fingered typist, but really fast.
Her typing sucks?
I would be on airplanes typing, and like the people in my whatever, the person I sit next to was like, I can't believe you can type that fast. But I was just like, she's Joyce Hyser had never touched a word processor before. She's like,
she's too busy dancing and being friends with Rosanna Arquette.
The worst lead ever. Yeah, I think the answer is she was probably a terrible journalist.
Yeah.
And you said to that person next to you on the plane, you're like, look, I'm trying to compare Pearl Jam's No Code to Tracy McGrady. You try to type fast, right? It's fucking awesome. Good for you. You type any way you want.
The CR thinks Luke Wilson could have been Harrison Ford. How does take a word? Which people have been clamoring for us to change it to the Rob Mahoney.
Oh, yeah. Nirvana's bad, actually.
Nirvana was bad, actually.
Teen Spirit is bad, actually. I wouldn't disagree.
What was it before CR thinks? There was another
Stephen
one.
A. Smith is
Stephen
what
A.
it's
Smith.
called.
But the CR one's perfect.
Yeah.
Especially when you do a Harrison Ford movie like you guys just did, and you get to ask CR if Luke Wilson could have carried What Lies Beneath.
Well, then when Cameron Crowe, without blinking in that seat, was like, oh yeah, he definitely could have, and like was like bought in. that was when we were like, oh man.
CR thinks that Luke wasn't going to have like the whip and the hat and all that
yeah,
shit.
he could have done it all.
Unbelievable.
Could have done it all. What do you have for hottest take?
Paul Thomas Anderson ripped off this movie for Boogie Nights. And it's a whole movie with a character, and the character is hiding something, and we're hearing about it. And at the end, the big fucking whip out in the last scene where you're like, whoa! I think Paul Thomas Anderson's a full horn dog. He saw this movie. He liked the reveal.
He loved Hyser.
Yes, loved Hyser. And it inspired his reveal for Dirk Diggler to say, I'm a star, and pull it out in the dressing room. Dirk pulling it out.
Wow, that's really good.
Do you think Paul Thomas Anderson and Warren Beatty were at the same screening of just one of the guys?
You know what? I think Warren Beatty had a private screening job.
Oh, you're right.
I really do.
Yeah, but PT's more of a I rented it again and again
because he wants to be able to rewind, we all did.
Of course.
There's like early on in Boogie Nights, you see like close-ups of like Dirk's crotch, and there's this bulge that he shows. You kind of get that a little bit with Terry, and I think it's that same shock effect in the pretty much the last moment of the movie when it's just out. Damn.
I'm almost in awe of that take. It's great.
I think PT owes an apology.
It's scorching. It's a scorching take.
What do you have, Joe?
I think Joyce Hyser should have had a bigger career. Not Harrison Ford level, but I think she should have had, and I think Debbie Mazur took Joyce Hyser's career. That's what I think.
What Debbie Mazur role do you see Joyce Hyser?
Any of them, because like she grew up in Queens, like she's that sort of like real New York girl like attitude.
Goodfellas.
I would have loved to.
I think the problem for her, there's a little Kurt Warner with her. Like she was 26 in this movie.
Yeah, it's true. And when
football reference.
I got it. But like when she made this movie, she said she was offered other teen roles, and she's like, I'm in my late 20s now. What can you give me? She said she auditioned for Brian De Palma for Body Double, I think.
Well, so when it that would have been interesting. So when it should have happened for her was late 70s when she was like 21. Should have been laying the groundwork.
But she was on tour. She was on tour with Bruce. On tour with the boss.
Like, could she have been the Mornay part in Risky Business?
She says she almost got the Terry Garr role in Tootsie. That when Hal Ashby was directing Tootsie.
See, I never know when to believe that. If I was an actor, I would say I almost got 20.
any
She's only in movies where people cross-dress like that. That's her deal. It's her niche.
Yeah,
I don't know about the De Mornay. I don't know. She goes pretty nuts in that part.
I would not.
What do you have for hottest take?
Replace.
When she dresses down that
would not replace the
I would no.
What do you have for hottest take?
That's my thing. Joyce Hyser and Debbie
Mazur. Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
It's a lukewarm take.
Mine is
come on, crow hop into it.
I just think Jacoby in this movie, I think it's an all-time 80s comedy performance. I think it holds up. I was watching it with my fam, and I was laughing at every scene and the lines. And my wife at one point was like, you rarely laugh at movies like this. I don't know that. I was like, this kid just hits my... He's just going for it for an hour and a half, and it fucking kills me every time. And I was trying to think of other movies in the 80s that make me... Like, Fletch does that for me, even though I think we all know Chevy Chase is an asshole.
Yeah.
Sure. Eddie Murphy in basically his first 3 movies, every scene he's in, but not to compare him to people like that, but he makes me laugh like that, and I don't really have an explanation for it.
Real ones know that the 80 comedy trio is Eddie Murphy, Chevy Chase, and David Jacoby.
Not necessarily in that order either.
I was watching Meatballs.
Topless and talented.
Yeah. We just stayed on Meatballs.
It's fine. It's idiotic. It's not my thing.
Bill Murray's kind of trying to do and I'm sure Billy Jacoby probably loved that movie, but Bill Murray's trying to be funny, but half the time it's not hitting. Yeah. Jacoby's batting average is like 90% in this movie. Every line, everything. I really feel like you should.
First of all, I think you should get Jacoby on the pod. He should know.
It's not Billy Jayne.
I know.
And secondly, I think you should single-handedly like resurrect this guy's career in a post-MILF manner kind of way.
There's a reason we call it the hottest take category, but I think his batting average in this movie, it would be like when you look at football and you look at the like the highest QB ratings ever or something, and all the guys make sense, and then there's this one random like Dante Culpepper, what's he doing here? And
Yes.
That's what I think his stats would be. We'd be looking at the 80s movie reference.com. You'd be like, yep, Chevy Chase, Eddie Murphy, Bill Murray. Billy Jacoby, 92.7?
You're like, wow.
What is this?
Aaron Brooks on the Saints got really hot for like 6 weeks. Incredible.
I just think the advanced metrics loved him.
It's not enough to say that he's cooking this movie. He's at fucking Benihana throwing shrimp into your mouth and doing the onion volcano and making the beating heart and catching the egg in his hat. Like he's doing all the tricks.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
He's really good.
Casting what ifs. Jennifer Jason Leigh went for the lead. Hyser said she got it over.
I don't think Jennifer Jason Leigh is right for that role.
Do you want to see her as
I don't like it.
As Terry? No, I don't think so.
I don't like it. Rohner said he beat out James LaGrosse.
Oh, that's from Point Break.
That would have been much better.
Roach. He's a good actor.
He was the original Raylan Givens, the first one.
Best That Guy award, probably Clayton Rohner.
One of the nerd guys.
I know who you're saying.
Ari
Gross.
Ari Gross.
Yes.
Because he was on Ellen for like 900 years.
You know what I think of Ari Gross? He's the guy in the opening scene of Minority Report who's going to kill his wife.
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise stops him and puts the cuff on him.
Yeah.
That guy was I know him.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but I do now.
Clayton Rohner 90210 episode.
Which one?
No?
No. Which one?
Dylan, when Dylan's drinking again, season 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm drinking hard too.
One of the best 8-episode cycles in the history of television.
Yeah, of course.
I love that Dylan.
Finally tries heroin and drives off a mountain, almost dies, and is in the hospital. Clayton Rohner, the doctor.
Oh, really? See, he's been in every show.
Wow.
Good for him.
Throwing jabs at Dylan, trying to wake him up.
He's got a real 90210 face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't in there more. Deanne Waiters Award, the Trekkies.
Yeah. Or the guy with all the animals, the reptile.
Oh, reptile guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to pick one because Jacoby doesn't qualify and all the attention goes to him.
But 80s nerds, I mean, we've talked about this before, but like this era of like what we think a nerd is just like such a funny capture time in a bottle.
Yeah, now if somebody brought reptiles into high school, he'd probably be expelled.
He has a lizard and iguana in the shower.
But it's also like Trekkies don't think they're aliens from Mars. You know what I mean? It's just sort of like nerds were like the Saved by the Bell nerds. Like it's just like a different kind of thing. And it's its own like clownery. I don't know.
What do you have for recasting Couch Director of City? Or you already did it?
I would do City and I would put us in like LA.
Like Santa Monica?
Yeah, Santa Monica.
Okay. What do you have?
For some reason in this category, my mind always goes to Fincher. I don't know why. I always want to
David Fincher's just one of the guys.
When Buddy finally has sex, though, he has to do it with like a blade attached to his dick. Like it's just something absolutely disgusting and disturbing. I don't know what it is, but I always go to Fincher. I'd like to see his take on it.
Okay.
I was thinking, could Patrick Dempsey have also been Rick in this movie?
Like Ronnie?
Yeah, like did we need to go more nerdy where it was more rags to riches than Clayton Rohner, who just seemed... Everyone in this movie's too old. That's another issue, except for Billy Jacoby, who's the perfect age.
Yeah.
But did we need somebody who was
you
more
want
believable?
Dempsey.
Or somebody of that ilk from that era.
Yeah.
I like the Dempsey call. And they do more work making him a nerd. He's lawnmower boy. You know, like he's actually mowing the lawn for
I got
Cindy.
one.
Yeah.
If you want to up the acting ability just a little bit on Joyce, Sandra Bullock would be 19 when this movie came out.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Sandy she can't pass as a guy.
Miss Congeniality. What are you talking? I mean, like she has that tomboy nature to her. That is like I feel like she's perfect for that.
Her features, though, like I don't think her features.
Pre-nose job, Sandra. She has it.
I love potion number 9, Sandra.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
What about? I mean, Demi's sitting right there. We know she likes the short haircut.
No way.
The G.I. Jane.
22 years
she
old.
definitely has the hair.
Right off St. Elmo's Fire, Demi Moore.
Come on.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you have for your flex?
I did it's the book about metals exchange.
Oh,
about
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sleeping with
I like
my
that
mom's
category.
friend, and no one acknowledged that.
I'm glad you brought that up. Imagine this movie, we don't mention that.
Liz and I both just looked at each other. We're like, what did he just say?
Yeah.
Half-assed in research. We covered most of this. The original title was "I Was a Teenage Boy."
Right.
I think I rid that.
That was the name of the article, right?
We have yes, and we talked about
the award-winning article, Craig, please.
The Ralph Macchio thing. That's what they were going for,
Right.
Clayton Rohner is still upset about that they didn't use his fall over the fence, that they used the stunt double. He didn't think it was good enough. He said he did one himself. That was really good.
How many Clayton Rohner interviews
He did a lot of interviews.
I know.
He did
You
really
went
did
really
dine
deep
on
on
there.
You're getting
Rohner.
Clayton Rohner
Yeah.
and street fights for the rest of your life.
He also said that every time it showed on cable, they would get 17 cents, and it paid well for a while.
Great.
Yeah, the director said she got fat residual checks for a long time.
And then Paramount prevented them from being called Trekkies, the Trekkies. So they were Trekkies, but not actually saying they were
Kirkland
Trekkies.
brand Trekkies.
Yeah.
I get it. Right.
And then
Madonna.
Billy Jayne was I'm just going to read this quote. This is from like 10 years ago.
Okay.
After the thing Joe saw, when they all got together. He said, I started thinking of the sequel. We had a couple drinks that night, got a little hammered. Now, I know I came up with a great one, but don't know if anyone wrote it down. Talking about his idea. She goes into a newspaper thing, and Zabka comes back and is going to buy out the paper. And now she has to go back undercover and do something. And then the next thing he says is, I have 3 ex-wives. Like to basically say like, hey, I come up with weird ideas, but I'm a mess. Awesome. So he ends that pitch with, I have 3 ex-wives.
Okay, so
Billy Jacoby.
He still got it.
At that panel.
Yeah.
They introduced everyone before the screening.
Yeah.
So that's on the video. He's not there. And then they do the screening, and then they're like, hey, it was there. And he walks in with like a scotch in his hand. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It might have been an action-packed 30 years for him.
Yeah. So, 3 ex-wives, and I get blackout drunk at a 30th anniversary screening of just one of the guys.
I've heard worse.
Milf Manor time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds like we might have to give him a Ringer podcast.
Yeah. Jacoby.
Jacoby and Jacoby?
Yeah, Jacoby versus
You gotta go back to
Jacoby.
Jacoby, though. Yeah. That's really good.
Apex Mountain, every actor in the movie and the director.
Not Sherilyn Fenn.
Not Sherilyn Fenn.
Not Sherilyn Fenn.
Not Sherilyn Fenn. Every actor but Sherilyn Fenn.
Yeah.
What's fun about the movie is they're all like kind of no names. Like there's no one coming in really where you're like, oh, that guy's carrying. I didn't know any of these people, right?
But the movie would have a different legacy if like Downey's in it. Sherilyn Fenn is here as your point, but it's like Downey's randomly here or something like that. You're like, oh my God, have you seen that?
Downey is Rick.
Downey is Rick? Very different energy.
Different energy.
Fine.
Apex Mountain, 80s high school movies. I'd love to say yes, but no. Funny teenage boy characters in 80s movies, yes. Jacoby's.
Wait. Funny teenage boys? This is number one? This is the best teenage boy in an 80s movie?
Funniest.
What?
Have you not
funniest?
Have you not been listening? He loves this guy.
Yeah, like he's much funnier than Ferris Bueller. Like he's
Ferris Bueller's a good one.
But he's not funnier than Buddy. He's a cooler guy.
I wouldn't put him at Apex
Ferris
Mountain, but
really
it's just like
he's great.
This is Bill's thing. This is your guy.
Well, I love him, but I don't want to put him above Ferris.
But in funniest, he's funnier than Ferris. Ferris is the leading man and cooler.
Batting average is higher.
Oh, yeah.
What about Jacoby's? So our nominees are Jacoby Jones and the Ravens, who got the famous pass. Dave Jacoby, Jacoby Brissett, or Jacoby Ellsbury.
What about Jacoby and Myers? Or is that just
the
like,
law firm, right?
the law firm.
Jacoby Myers?
Yeah.
Jacoby Ellsbury was like a 5-tool.
Jacoby Ellsbury is pretty good. I like that one.
Jacoby Jones had a kick return in the Super Bowl right before the blackout for a touchdown. That's a pretty big moment. And he's no longer with us.
I'm going to say Dave Jacoby.
I will also say Dave Jacoby based on the like wall of text, like all caps rants that we get from him on whatever TV show he's currently watching. Yeah.
Cruz or Hanks?
It's Cruz.
Which part? Rick?
Greg Tolan.
Yeah. I'd like to see Cruz in those gloves.
Yeah, and the gloves, lifting tables.
Lighting that losing it era where he's making bad choices in the high school movies. I wrote down either Cruz as Zabka or I wrote Hanks as Buddy.
Sure.
Yeah.
What about Hanks as Rick?
He's just not, Rick is dreamy. Tom Hanks is not dreamy. He's a lot of things.
Right,
I think he has to be kind of dreamy.
You good with Cruz?
Yeah.
Okay. Scorsese or Spielberg?
It's Scorsese.
Scorsese.
I want to see Martin Scorsese. Just like you want to see Fincher is just one of the guy. I want to see Martin Scorsese is just one of the guys.
I think it has to be. I can't have Spielberg close to this much sex. He would take Buddy, and instead of being obsessed with boobs, he'd be like, Buddy's into dinosaurs. It would suck. Like, too much sex for Spielberg.
So for Scorsese, we're not having brewskis after school. We're doing coke.
The college boyfriend's definitely doing bumps.
Yeah.
He's just like, where's Terry?
Yes.
I appreciate all the casual high school beer drinking. Like they get home after the day, like they're like a 45-year-old construction worker. He's like, yeah, you want a beer?
Yeah. We're not having Sunny D. We're having a brewski.
It's like a Tuesday. He's like, you want a beer?
Yeah.
No, I'm at soccer practice. I can't have a beer. Like, what are you talking about? I got homework.
It's a brewski. New category.
Here we go.
Best hang, worst hang. Best hang in the movie, worst hang in the movie.
I think we know your answer for best hang.
I think Terry's a pretty good hang.
When Terry comes home drunk from the cave and she sees her shitty boyfriend there and she goes, bummer.
Yeah.
It's really good. And she goes upstairs, she comes down and she's all drunk and she's like, hey.
I have worst hang Terry's boyfriend.
Kevin who just like shows Kevin who shows up and just drinks wine with her 15-year-old brother who's doing his algebra homework and trying to hit on a girl.
What's this guy's deal? He's in college and he's like 30.
I know. He's a terrible character.
And what college is he going to? Is he going to like ASU?
Lee McCloskey, who plays Kevin,
you know his name.
He has been on a bunch of soap operas, like every soap opera.
He looks like it. Yeah.
Santa Barbara, Dallas, but also General Hospital, multiple times, Days of Our Lives. But if you go to his Wikipedia page, it's just all about how he's a visual artist. Like he has clearly done a hard edit on his own Wikipedia page. And it's all about how he's a visual artist and all of his credits. And then at the bottom, you get his like filmography.
Oh, really?
But it's just like a couple paragraphs of like
sources not verified, I bet. It's all his ass changing it. All right, it's fine.
I want to see, when you go to IMDb. I just
love that he tried to bury just one of the guys or whatever.
And here we are talking about
every other person in that movie. It's like the top of their Wikipedia. Best known for this. Yeah.
So when you go to his IMDb and they do the known for.
Yeah.
Which almost should be a category for us.
Known for
4 movies.
Well, you remember you used to do the Hall of Fame plaque, like that was the category. Known for is
because it's basically there. It's your IMDb Mount Rushmore. So for him, it's Inferno, Star Trek Voyager, 1 episode, just one of the guys, and Star Trek Deep Space Nine, 1 episode.
No, but see, that's the thing is like it's with love and respect to all algorithms. No, IMDb's top 4 are because it should be Dallas. He was like a recurring on Dallas and he was on a million episodes of Santa Barbara. So. I never watched those shows, but like it shouldn't be 1 episode of Star Trek Voyager for this guy.
Life Goes On, Jake and the Fat Man.
Life Goes On, he was
Dallas, Hamburger, the motion picture. Love Boat, 5 episodes. Put 5 different Love Boat characters.
Incredible
There's a fucking movie called Hamburger.
Fall Guy, Heart to Heart, Buck Rogers. This guy was cranking it.
Yeah.
Great job by him.
Great job by Lee McCloskey.
Picking nits. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So why was Terry with the college guy? What was it about him?
Oh, status. Right?
Just he had a car?
Why did
she date like the quarterback?
Why was Elle Woods with her shitty boyfriend at the beginning of Legally
Blonde?
I bet
you they were dating when she was a junior and he was a senior.
You think he went to that high school?
Continued dating.
Yeah.
You think he went to her high school?
I do, yeah.
But I actually think she was like a freshman and he was a senior.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, listen, she's sophisticated and smart. Yeah, or a 6th grader. Everything's in play with this movie.
With this movie, you don't know. All right, we got to talk about it. So Terry, it's April.
It's
senior year.
It's like 2 weeks.
Nobody's talking about college.
Right.
And she just leaves school
for 2 weeks and enrolls in a
and
different
goes to
school.
the other high school, which, by the way, seems like it's about 4 minutes away from this high school.
Yep.
Nobody knows her. Nobody in the other high school knows her, even though she's obviously one of the most attractive person in the other high school. Is a guy, just enrolls right away, takes classes, is there for 2 weeks, and then leaves and just goes back to the other high school?
How does she register at the attendance office?
Maybe just skip gym. You don't have to go.
Yeah, who cares? What are they going to do?
Do you feel like they should have made Buddy like a Ferris Bueller-esque, like I can change the school records from my computer at home kind of guy?
Smart.
Don't the parents have to sign off if you're...
Of course. All
like,
of that.
She just makes it seem like she's, like switching tires or something.
Preposterous.
So it's really about...
She treats it like she's going to a different mall in the next town. Like, you can't do that.
Now, granted, we're in a world where the movies that came out just in this vicinity, Breakfast Club, Emilio Estevez shatters all the glass by screaming when they're dancing in the gymnasium. Weird Science, they make a girl out of a computer. It's not like we were realistic all over the place here. Ferris Bueller, nothing that happened. Ferris Bueller's leading
he's on the parade.
Twist and Shout parade.
Yeah.
So but it's like we were bending it here.
We're all thinking it when we're watching it. Like, hold on, how does she get registered at that school? That doesn't make sense.
She needs a hacker friend. One singular hacker friend.
Yeah, the hacker friend. 9 times that scene where Ferris changes. That's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Why did Buddy dime her out to the boyfriend? He comes and he's like, I'm going to kill you. And she's like, all right, I'm going to tell you, but you got to take me. Like, he's been so loyal to helping her with the story. And then he just
he likes chaos. Because sometimes, like, he just let Sherilyn Fenn in. You know what I mean? Like, he likes
So he knows there's dressed up girls at the prom and just wants to go, basically?
Because notice, he shows up to the prom in his tuxedo t-shirt.
Oh, my God.
Like, it's fish in a barrel there. But also, Kevin's, you can tell me now or tell me in the hospital. Like, it's a pretty big threat. So I think Billy or Buddy finally folds.
Okay.
Great line delivery there on Kevin, too.
I love when he was like, she's like, telling to wait in the car. He's like, I've tried that.
Yeah,
he doesn't enjoy waiting in cars.
There's a whole comedy with
What
that.
other nitpicks do you have?
I understand that they're trying to make Terry thoughtful and intellectual. There's no high school senior girl who has a giant poster of Ernest Hemingway on her wall. What are we doing here? It has huge scenery. It's like one of these places, Bill, one of these posters here, but huge. And Hemingway looks pissed and like old and bald. Like it's a terrible poster. Terrible.
I agree, and that wouldn't be Terry's idol anyway.
What do we
You
do?
would have in...
She mentions Woodward and Bernstein. Like, could we have a Woodward and Bernstein poster?
Springsteen, you would have Duran Duran.
She has all that shit. And
it would be all that
This
stuff.
is also Apex Mountain right now for like high school posters. Like Ferris famously has the Simple Minds poster. It's so cool. Come on, with the Hemingway. Enough.
Weird Science, we had that too. There were good posters.
Great posters.
Yeah. Anything for you, nitpicks?
Beyond the entire premise of the movie, no.
Nobody from the other high school knowing Terry is a kind of a good nit.
Yeah.
I just feel like
like that.
She's not
We
in like
don't know
Phoenix.
how close. Like Sherilyn Fenn trailed her. We don't know for how long, right?
But the people at the other school, they do know Terry, but Terry is a girl to them. They buy completely that this is some dude. They don't think it's.
But wouldn't the people in her high school be like, "Where's Terry? Has she been kidnapped?"
Yeah.
Do you think her teachers would be like, do you think her teacher was like, you should be a model? Is like, I wonder if it was because I said you should be a model. And she just disappeared for the next 2 weeks.
Terry went to do porn in California. Yeah. She's gone. Sequel, prequel, Prestige TV, All Black Cast are untouchable. Clearly, this is an untouchable.
Do you know about Just One of the Girls?
No.
So there's a direct-to-video Corey Haim and Nicole Eggert film.
All right, you got my attention.
How did I not see this?
Called Just One of the Girls, and then it was renamed Anything for Love. But it's not a like actual, but Corey Haim dresses a girl to be on the cheerleading team, I think it is, or something.
I think I blocked this out in my mind.
And he gets with Nicole
I feel
Eggert
like I've seen this.
I mean,
Blown Away, that's that type of era. I've never heard of this movie.
1993. Direct to video, Just One of the Girls.
Direct to video, Say No More.
Yes, direct to video, Corey Haim, 1993, Say No More.
Well, Blown Away, which is pretty pushing the envelope.
Not the Tommy Lee Jones one.
No, that one.
The other one.
Yeah.
But has
the superior one.
A Corey Feldman performance that is in the running for one of the funniest performances anyone's ever done.
Is Nicole Eggert the queen of direct?
Kyle knows.
Is Nicole Eggert?
He is out of his mind in that movie.
Is there anyone in the 90s more direct to video than Nicole Eggert? Like
Corey Haim.
Yeah, Nicole Eggert's one of my goats.
She was like
one of my goats.
Yeah, the queen of the direct to video.
Yeah. I almost want you to watch Blown Away with Corey Haim and Nicole Eggert.
I'll fire it up.
It's got to be, first of all, it has to be on Tubi.
Yes.
I watched an entire movie the other night with Helen Slater from Legend of Billy Jayne.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
Billy Zane. And it was like, and there was one other person in it, but it was like Billy Zane is a doctor and she falls for him, but bad stuff started. It's basically like a Lifetime movie.
You watched the whole thing?
And it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Right. And it was written by Robbie Benson and his wife.
Ah.
Yeah.
The voice of the beast himself? Yeah. Robbie Benson?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was...
Look at you.
It was just really, really terrible. I just want to point that out. Is this movie better with Wayne Jenkins or 40 other people? Kyle always has something here.
I struggled really hard.
Yeah.
I was trying to find one. Then, you know what happened?
What happened?
And I listened to the What Lies Beneath podcast.
Yeah.
And CR gave us Fergie the Florist. And I'm like, I fucking love this. I think Fergie the Florist is the editor of the newspaper. And the article is so successful that he wants her to do another one. And she's like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. And he looks at her and he goes, you're going to do this for me? Or I'm going to clip your tits like I clipped your mummy? If there's a heaven, Terry, she ain't in it. So fucking CR, thank you so much for bringing Fergie the Florist to this pod. I'm laughing out loud listening to him do What Lies Beneath. And I had nothing for this category. And this is one of my categories. And I'm like, fucking Fergie is the editor, just cutting roses and grading papers and doing newspapers. And he wants her to do it again. And that's why Terry's mom is gone. She's actually in deep with Fergie the Florist. There's been a whole terrible thing that happened. That's what I want.
I thought for sure you were going to go Tony Romo there. Well, Jim, she's going to try to be a guy in another high school, but it's going to be hard, Jim. We'll see if she can do it. Just one Oscar. Who gets it? Not only is Billy Jacoby the answer.
Of course.
I looked at the best actor in a supporting role.
Yes.
I did.
Fuck yes.
Don Amici wins for Cocoon. We have William Hickey for Prizzi's Honor. Robert Loggia for Jagged Edge. How does he get nominated for that? Have you seen Jagged Edge?
Robert Loggia. No, I've not seen Jagged Edge.
Eric Roberts for Runaway Train and Klaus Maria Brandauer for Out of Africa. I feel like that category is wide open.
When's the Prizzi's Honor pod? When are we doing that?
I would love to do Prizzi's Honor, but by the way, Cocoon, put some respect on Cocoon.
Yeah, Cocoon's good.
Of course. But I'm just, my guy.
Don Amici winning is...
Don Amici winning is one. That
Jacoby
felt like a career win, though. Thanks for your service, Don Amici. Here's an Oscar.
Unanswerable questions. So she goes back to the other high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They let her make up her work. How does that part work?
I mean, as far as I can tell, the only class she went to is PE. So I don't know. But she's so smart. She's a really good journalist. So I'm sure she could just just crush it.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a boy?
Tough.
You gotta go back and see that lead. If you really like this movie, it's horrific.
Really tough. Carrie Bradshaw would never.
Any other unanswerables?
No.
Okay. What piece of memorabilia would you want or not want?
The Billy Zabka bullying gloves. I want them so fucking bad. Bill, you go through those websites sometimes. If you find those gloves, can you please get them for me?
I had Greg Tolan's fight gloves.
Come on, baby.
So after the movie ended, I asked my son, what should be my answer for this category? And he's like, what do you mean? The gloves. I couldn't believe I even asked.
They're so great.
I'm going with the tube socks, though. I think it's if you were like,
tube
these are the tube socks.
Probably would wash them.
From just one of the guys. The tube socks.
And they're huge.
Massive.
The biggest tube socks I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Coach Finstock Award, which is now the Coach Finstock Mr. Miyagi Award for best or worst life lesson. I went with, it's okay to transfer schools, dress up like a boy, and ruin multiple lives just to win a newspaper contest would be the lesson. I don't know if that's a good one or a bad one.
Whose life was ruined? Don't you feel like everyone had some personal growth?
I would say Greg Tolan's life might have been ruined.
I think he got back together with Deborah.
You think he got back together with the prom queen?
Yeah.
I think Bruce Springsteen's life was ruined because he lost her to Warren Beatty after this movie, and you're never going back.
Tough.
Yeah, that's true. Because I just saw that Bruce Springsteen movie with the bear when he plays short Bruce
starring
Springsteen.
The Bear. Yeah.
I was
Tiny Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
He's Tiny Bruce.
The bear himself. Yeah.
But it's all about how he wrote Nebraska. But he was dating our girl Joyce during this, allegedly from the research. Not in
no
the
one
movie.
plays Joyce in
Nobody
the Bruce Springsteen
plays
movie.
Joyce.
That'd be awesome.
Nobody plays Joyce.
No, I've not seen it. I think that in this movie, the Coach Finstock, like the gym coach, the bowler guy, is like store brand Coach Finstock. Like he's kind of doing some of the same thing. But I mean, listen, horny will kick embarrassment's ass anytime. It's like sew that on a pillow. Like that's incredible.
Yeah,
incredible
you're right. That's the best lesson.
What do you got?
Mine? Yeah. All balls itch. It's a fact.
Fucking awesome.
That is a good life lesson.
It's just important to know.
What do you have for double feature choice? Would you go
She's
the Man?
We have the same, don't we?
I think we do.
Yeah, we do.
Ahead.
It's Soul Man.
Here we go. We finally landed on Soul Man.
It's C. Thomas Howell and Soul Man.
Van's been pushing for Soul Man
the
for a
deeply
while.
problematic things you do for academic pursuit.
I don't even think it's streaming.
They buried it.
I think it's one of those where C. Thomas Howell's like, I'm going to use half of my savings to get rid of this. Yeah.
Can I tell you something once? Years ago, I got to meet C. Thomas Howell. We met him on a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Comes on as a guest. And Nate Burleson and I at the time were like, oh my God, we got to talk to you about Soul Man off the air. Because like, holy shit.
Right.
And he was obviously like kind of embarrassed and down, but he's like, I will tell you one thing. Everybody in that fucking town wanted that role. And every single actor of my age fought for it and wanted it. And when I got that role, it was a huge, huge deal. And then it became what it became. But he kind of shook his head a little bit, but didn't make the point that like, I got it, but all these other guys who don't get asked about that movie wanted it badly, and guys who are still major movie stars to this day. So I kind of respected that.
Yeah, I will just say that I believe Comedy Central like legitimately did do double features. So because Soul Man ran on Comedy Central in the 90s.
Yes.
Like it wasn't.
I had this written down too.
Yeah.
Craig, do you know what Soul Man is? Do you know the premise?
The blackface movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I know.
C. Thomas Howell needs a scholarship.
I don't think blackface movie is giving enough credit.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
it's
just
harsh.
skipping over.
It's harsh because we're doing a lot of body swap, right? And then in this movie we do gender swap, and then they're like, just fuck it, full race swap.
Yeah.
And Julie Louis-Dreyfus is in it.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones is like the air professor.
Chong.
Yeah, Radon Chong. It's a disaster.
I saw it in the theater.
You did? You went and saw? I mean, I think a lot of people did.
I mean, I saw everything in the theater, but yeah, it was. The trailer was good for it. It was like people were like, "Oh, this will be really funny." It was like
my only other if C. Thomas Howell has successfully destroyed every copy of Soul Man.
I know. Such a good.
What about Summer School? Mark Harmon, Summer School. I love that movie.
Summer School's fantastic. Love it.
Yeah.
Mr. Shoop.
That's on your list.
Chainsaw and Bob. It is on my list. Yeah.
I was thinking about like the Trekkie nerds and stuff like that. Like it's just very like Summer School.
Chainsaw and Dave.
Yeah.
They're great.
I had Can't Buy Me Love because it takes us from one side of the mid '80s to the other. We go from '85 to '87 with basically the same kind of premise. And then Can't Buy Me Love '80s movies end with Can't Buy Me Love. Then we move into the late '80s and it just gets different and weird.
And it's come up a lot on this pod. I broke the rule of this category. I'm just going to do a quadruple feature because in April of '85, all 4 of these movies were in theaters at the same time. Just One of the Guys, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, which I love.
Yeah.
The Sure Thing, and The Breakfast Club. That's in April of '85.
Wow. This is why my generation rules.
One thing that they love to brag about, the people who made this film, is that when it came out, there was no ad money for it from Columbia because they put all their money behind the John Travolta disaster Perfect. And Perfect absolutely tanked. And Just One of the Guys didn't do super well, but it like won the box office. And they were like, Columbia did not support us at all. They put all their money on this shitty John Travolta movie and it failed and we won. So that's their bragging rights. We beat Perfect.
Is Perfect the one where he's doing the aerobics?
Yeah, the thrusting.
Great gifts on Perfect.
Yeah.
When you call him Perfect shitty really hurt my feelings.
Bill likes Perfect. We talked about it.
I don't.
He's a journalist again, right? Just like this movie.
I think it's another drama that's now a comedy movie.
Okay.
It's in the Regarding Henry area.
Okay, well, I love and defend Regarding Henry, so I will stand with you on this.
It's now a hilarious movie to rewatch, and it has one of the funniest closing credit sequences that they didn't realize was funny. It's each of them doing aerobics, and they show them one at a time, and they're doing
this online.
Yeah, it's like
what's the premise?
It's unironic.
What's the premise in Perfect that matches the premise of Regarding Henry, which is having a traumatic brain injury can make you nice, which is the premise of one of my favorite Harrison Ford films, Regarding Henry.
In Perfect, I haven't seen it in a while, but he falls in love with Jamie Lee Curtis, who's an aerobic instructor who blew the whistle on like her swimming coach and then wanted to like live a peaceful life as an aerobics instructor. Travolta is doing a thing about aerobics.
It's a new single scene, right?
As the new single scene. Rolling Stone decides this isn't sexy enough. We need more. What about this girl? And they put the whole sex scandal thing in it. He doesn't know about it. And he ends up, her life gets destroyed. And that's kind of the movie.
Okay.
With a lot of like uncomfortable
and then he quits Rolling Stone and yells at Jan Wenner, who's playing himself.
Really?
Jan Wenner plays himself in that movie?
Jan Wenner plays himself.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'm in.
This is drama that's now a comedy.
I'm in.
And then
Jan Wenner has lines.
Just when I thought it was out.
And then at the end, it has one of those things where they write the scene and they take his notes and they write a much worse story about.
Yeah.
So, and it's really mean. So then it has all the people reading the story and getting bummed out.
Right.
And then he feels bad about that. Jamie Lee Curtis won't talk to him. It's really bad. Like it's like Travolta's career wasn't the same for 9 years after the movie.
Jesus.
It bombed. Like it was it. He bombed.
And the credits, it's like Predator credits. Like what the hell is this that I'm watching?
And it's also like Rolling Stone thinking this would be good for us. We should do this. And
we
Jan
should show Jan Wenner.
This is like why the 80s were so great. Everyone was just doing cocaine and coming up with
making
bad ideas.
Decisions.
Who won the movie?
Billy Jacoby.
Billy Jacoby.
I think Billy Jacoby.
And Warren Beatty.
Here we go.
I think Bill said before we started recording, Craig, if you don't like this movie, I'm making you leave my house immediately.
Oh, go on.
Look, I can respect time and place. I can respect 14-year-old horny Kyle and Bill loving this, and there's no internet in 1985 or 1990, wherever you saw this movie, and it meant a lot to you, and that's what you took with it for the rest of your life, and now you look back on it fondly. I like the movie Accepted. I don't think there's any nudity in that movie, but Joanna thought it's terrible, but I saw it when I was 12.
I just had to get one. The movie you love is terrible in, Craig. Totally fine. I owe you.
What do you want me to say?
He was never going to like this movie. Did you watch it with
Liz?
I did.
Was Liz horrified?
We both thought it was terrible.
When Craig starts his dissertation with, look, you're fucked. You're fucked.
No,
Craig, I don't even blame you. You weren't there.
And I think that's just what it is. It has to be that way. There's generational blinders on, and it's meant to be that way. That's the point.
How did you think about the reveal scene? Were you surprised?
Yeah. What's funny is 10 seconds before it, in that scene, I was like, whip him out. Like, that's the only way you're going to convince him.
Do it.
And she literally did it. And Liz and I were like, oh my God.
Wow, you called the
I yelled,
shot.
whip him out.
I think you're going to think about it for a long time, and it's going to grow on you.
I mean, if she's wearing a bra in that scene, or if it's shot from behind, this movie is completely irrelevant, right?
I think that's right.
Except for Billy Jacoby's award-winning performance.
Did you enjoy Billy Jacoby?
No, I thought it was horrible. I thought it was terrible. Really? Across the board, they're all bad in this movie.
Here's what I'll say.
Zabka's good. I actually think he's good.
Zabka's good?
I think Zabka's good.
Interesting.
I think everyone else is rough.
You thought Jacoby, like, you didn't think like the horniest character ever was funny? Like, just
I just thought I think there's a certain cheesiness that some of these 80s movies have, that the line delivery, like, I think all three of you delivered every line from the movie way better than any character.
Here's my prediction, Bill. There's never going to be a movie that Kyle and I both want to do that Craig is going to like.
I like Sneakers.
You didn't like Sneakers.
Well, I liked it enough.
Don't rewrite history.
Don't indulge us, Horlbeck.
Don't rewrite history,
This movie, 100 minutes, right? 100 minutes?
100 minutes.
Craig, you know that now that, like, you have changed me, that I used to go and look up a movie.
I forgot to put Century Club in there.
It was exactly 100 minutes.
100 minutes.
That should have been your flex.
I used to look at the Rotten Tomatoes rating. Now the first thing I look at is the Rotten Tomatoes view.
Yeah.
I call it the Beck effect. And it's like, you have changed the way I look at movies, dude. It's unbelievable.
Runtime, box office, that's what you got to do. I also thought Liz and I were both like, Terry looks like Michael Jackson in this movie.
Terry looks like Michael Jackson?
Yes. Terry.
Late stage speed racer Michael Jackson?
No, boy Terry looks like a young white Michael Jackson.
I mean, I'm trying to make it work.
And we couldn't stop seeing it. She's in the loose tie, which we never talked about. Why she in a tie the whole movie?
You guys were at home saying that Terry looks like Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Elvis Costello. She's doing Costello.
Yeah, they did say that Elvis Costello. I don't know.
I'll be interested to see what the public thinks of this choice of a movie. I know I was excited for it.
Kyle just brought it up. Bill, Sure Thing. I love that's my favorite movie we did in 2025. Sure Thing came out a month before this. Thought it was fantastic.
Okay.
Bill, everyone's gonna be so baffled why we did this movie. You know that to be true.
You think?
I heard that people at Netflix weren't in unless you did just one of the guys.
Yeah.
Like, Bill, we love the pod, but you got to do it.
By the way,
the corrupting influence of Ted Sarandos.
By the way, this is why we snuck it in right before the Netflix move. Right?
My generation has been robbed of, like, Kyle, you saying that this was the first time you saw boobs.
Ever.
And it was like on the big screen, you like trying to pause it. I don't have a memory of the first time you know what I mean? It's just like somebody pulled up some weird website on their iPod Touch and showed me it. And I was like, okay.
I have some good news for this movie, by the way. Available on Tubi.
Awesome.
Tubi. Of course they have it.
Yeah.
It's right next to Legend of Billy Jayne on Tubi.
Is that true? Yeah. I was on my flight yesterday watching it on Tubi.
Kyle tubied on a plane. I've never tubied on a plane.
The Delta Wi-Fi worked great. It was no problem at all.
We should start doing polls. I want to do generational polls. I wish I could like see the age, like when this flips.
Demographics.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I'm on the right side of history. I think if I took anybody under 35 and had them watch this movie for the first time, I feel confident they would side with me. But maybe I'm wrong.
That's fair.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. There was no way you were ever going to like this movie. And I'm not mad at you.
It's a moment in time.
Well, next week's movie is a little more highly regarded.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's regarding Henry?
No.
Oh, no. I thought that was the choice of words.
Kidding.
Oh, we have one more.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. There's one more we got to squeeze in. And then
one
we
more,
have the first Netflix one's going to be a big one.
One more pre-Netflix squeeze in.
One more. What are you doing, Bill?
No, it's.
You might as well
You're going to get daylight.
It's going to be on Wednesday. We're
Wednesday
doing another. Van and Chris and I are doing another 48 hours. It's special.
Awesome.
It's the sequel that frustrates me the most, and I've seen it.
Should you call this "What the Hell" January?
It could be. Well, it's
Dumpuary. Yeah.
48 Hours your favorite movie, right? The original.
It's probably the one I've seen the most.
Yeah.
And then the sequel I was incredibly excited about, and it it's so frustrating. So we're going to talk about our frustrated with it.
Great.
That'll be Wednesday's Rewatchable.
I was
what do
hoping
we
for
care?
The Redevil Wears Prada. Like, when's that? Because I'm ready for that too, baby.
We just watched it. Ben had never seen it. And he was fascinated that I made it number 1 on my most Rewatchables list. And we watched it. He thought it was a good movie.
It is.
It's a great movie.
It's, I think, appeals to all people.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who doesn't like that movie.
Yeah.
Vinny Chase too. There's all kinds of stuff to talk about.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to you.
Will you have a career? I don't know.
He's kind of like Terry in this movie playing a guy.
Is he a chef in Devil Wears Prada?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one point
he made her grilled cheese and he's like really mad.
Joanna, pleasure. Kyle, great seeing you in person as always. Thank you for my t-shirt.
Of course.